I do the intro today?
Yeah, of course.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 30 of the Steak and Eggs podcast. We made it to episode 30. That's so awesome.
That can't be right.
I know, every time I see the number, I'm like, that doesn't sound right at all.
I remember 25 was 5 ago, and that one didn't seem right.
That was horrifying.
Now I can do the math.
It feels like it's like
5,
episode
25.
13 or something.
Well, I thought this podcast was canceled.
Oh, yeah, I saw people saying that because we took 1 week off. They're like, well, Steak and Eggs is done now. Like, I saw someone in my chat that was like, so you can stream on Mondays now, right? It's like, where did you
I
hear
have
that?
a new excuse now.
We also have Trihex here.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, man?
Welcome.
What's up? Your favorite global emote? Probably your favorite band emote, maybe even.
Well, it is what it is.
Did a lot of people used to ban it?
I don't have it banned in my second channel. I had it banned for a while, but I think that like that culture is different now, right? I mean, would you say the same? Like things have kind of improved since.
Honestly, I've never really had an issue with people banning it because I get that it's like, you know, the abuse that comes with that is like how good is your moderation and how much you want to put up with, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like it is pretty powerful and enabling, but it's more of an issue of like, you know, representation when it comes to like minorities in general in the online ecosystem. So like, yeah, I don't take it personal, and it's certainly calmed down now. But like, I mean, I get it. I get it.
You remember 2017? Yeah, it was a crazy time, man. Oh my God.
Yeah. Who would have knew that being black online is political?
I kind of want to ask the context, but I also don't.
Too.
Just everything.
Every other game.
That's the thing, but like, just the fact that like, you know, when the emote happened in like November of 2012, it wasn't like I signed up for like all this baggage and bullshit and whatnot.
Do you regret it?
Do I? Oh, no, of course not.
No way.
No,
okay,
no,
good.
of course not. No.
Yeah.
No, because I'm part of the good fight. I do the emotes fucking lit, dude.
I think the emote is great. I mean, I will have you know that it was my vote that the Pog should have been replaced with TriHard. Right? I wanted TriHard to be the new Pog champ. I did.
Dang. Admittedly, honestly, I thought that when we had the rotating Pog champ, I thought that was awesome. I thought that was a really cool idea because I was using Pog champ more often because I didn't know whose face was going to be every single day. But, you know, we can't have nice things. And not the shots fired here, but Ludwig's chat did kind of like meme that poll really hard. So now we have a redundant like Komodo Dragon and PogChamp both being the same emote.
Komodo Dragon. Who the like?
Well, y'all don't like it?
I don't like. You know, Komodo Dragon. If they bite you, you die, right? Like, I don't want to have that near me.
I love that emote, man. I think it's funny as shit.
What? So you think it's funny that we have like the Komodo, like PogChamp and Komodo Hyper the same thing?
Yeah.
I just think he's a cute emote, man.
Oh my God.
That's all I think. You know.
I don't even remember the last time I've seen.
You know what's crazy? So how long ago did you play Super Mario Maker? Way back in the day.
2015.
Yeah, you were my first sub on Twitch. The first one. Yeah. I TTS to you. I'm not even kidding you. I TTS to you and I said, hey, I'm thinking about becoming a streamer. Do you have any tips on how to get started? And then you literally sat there while grinding a level for 12 minutes and told me everything to do or not to do. The day after, I started streaming.
God, like, wow, this
is
really
that not
humbling.
Nuts?
That is awesome. Yeah, no, I pride myself that I don't treat anyone different. I gave you the same level of respect and humility that I would give to anybody else. I didn't like dono wall everyone and everything in existence.
Bro, I thought I was gonna get banned for self-promoting. And then you were like, let me tell you everything. No joke. And you were like, just do it if you want to do it. Like, don't worry about anything else. Just do it because like just go live, and that's the best thing you can do is just go live. It was sick.
Yeah, because I empathize with that because it took me so I grinded so fucking hard to get to where I was with Mario Maker 1 by that point, you know?
Yeah.
Well, when did you start streaming?
I started streaming, okay, so I'm kind of a boomer in this regard. I started streaming February 2011.
Okay.
Wow.
So before Twitch existed. Actually, my account is my account on JT Justin TV. Yeah, it was April of 2012. And Twitch, I'm sorry, April of 2011 because Twitch debuted July of 2011.
So were you still, like at that time, what were you doing? Were you just like speedrunning Yoshi's Island or what were you doing then?
So even crazier than that is my roots in speedrunning go back way further than most people you can even think of.
Really?
I started speedrunning 2004.
Wait, how old are you?
34.
You look great, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I started speedrunning in 2004 and mostly because like
what game?
Yoshi's Island actually was the first
so
one.
you were starting early on.
Yeah. I was a young hex. I was like 15 years old and I
Did you have the camcorder on the TV?
Say again?
Did you have the camcorder on the TV?
No, I wasn't. I was a little bit better than that. I used a VCR. I used my grandma's VCR. I actually paid money when I recorded my speedruns on VHS tape. I know Zoomers in chat, you know what a VHS tape is? I would pay money to have it converted to MP4 video to upload to a site before YouTube existed. Google that. Google
before YouTube existed?
Wait, you did Google videos?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I
Google videos, rapid
those were
share.
so good.
It was the Wild Wild West back then.
Because you could download the Google videos and like everything. Yeah, I remember that so well.
Yeah, it was a wild time, but it was also was like codec hell though, because it's like, what .mkv and see nowadays you got the MP4 and the whatever, right? But back then there was like 100 different formats. You even know what the hell you're looking for, honestly.
Well, there were all these like post-production programs that you would like have to edit with or like change things with, and then it would change it into like .R31 or something like that. It's like, what even is this? Is this like an Apex Legends weapon? Like, what the fuck? And so, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, no, it was like, even streaming back in like before 2013 was a giant bag of shit, honestly.
Insane.
Dude, y'all remember Adobe FME? Oh, God. Yeah,
no,
it was just like...
It's crazy how I don't get anything.
Yeah, I don't know any of that.
What the hell is that?
Oh, I understand. I remember we used to broadcast, we used to stream ourselves in 2007, 2008 on the school system, my last year of high school. So yeah, I remember this very, very well. It was such a pain in the ass.
No, yeah, it was see, nowadays streamers have like catered products. It's all HDMI, just natively supported and just automatically works. Computers are better. Yeah, back then it was the hot bag of shit all together here. Wow. But I started with Yoshi's Island in 2004. Yeah. I got into speedrunning because I was fresh off of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! I did not like where Yu-Gi-Oh! Was going at that time. Which is kind of
what era is this? I stopped playing. It's Black Wings and X-Sabers and Samurais.
That's a little bit after me. This was like right after Invasion of Chaos.
So is that whenever you moved to play Magic?
Yeah, actually,
I guess I did the math.
Yeah, I had a great friend like you who told me like, yo, Yu-Gi-Oh's whack. You should play a better game anyway. Imagine when I swing, tap creature, I swing at you, and you can choose to block or not block.
Yep,
right. It's just automatically happen, and it's like, battle phases have decisions from the opponent. What,
dude? I still have my Magic cards here today. It is the best trading card game ever made, and it is still so fucking good. Because there's this new mode called Commander. Have you heard of it?
No.
Yeah, so instead of having 60 cards, you have 100 cards, and you have one Commander card, and that card comes, like, it's on the field the whole time. Like, it's in the command zone. And every card in your deck has to be different. It is so sick. Almost every game is different, and it's also not 1v1. It's 1v1, v1, v1 minimum, and it can go up to 1v1, v1, 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 v1. Like, you can have 4 or 5-hour games and shit. It's like a fucking battlefield. It's like a battle royale, but it's Magic the Gathering.
Okay, so my one question there is, sorry, I know we're getting way off track right now, but
you're good.
So hypothetically, we're doing like a 5-way orgy Commander, right?
Yep. Did one last time.
I tap 6, play Wrath of God, global effect, all creatures die, can't be resurrected. What happens? Is it one
kills
field?
everything,
No, it's everything.
Right? But
it's everything.
I think so, because like, did you ever play like 4-player games like back in the day?
Yeah, we would do like Two-Headed Giant and shit.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, dude, I have oh my God.
Dude, that was
so good.
Yes.
So you're kind of like incentivized to do like global effects, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But the best thing is, it doesn't matter how good or bad your deck is. I play with a very shitty deck. I also have a very powerful deck, but I can still win with my bad deck because it's more about politicking and getting people to work with you or against you is so fun. It's like Among Us.
You can't create alliances. That's cheating.
No,
I used to do
that. But you can.
Well, it would happen all the time. Yeah, because we used to play Magic. We were kind of nerds. We used to play Magic at lunch at school in the library sometimes. And so straight up, like that's what would happen every single game. Is like towards the end, you would ally with the person who was also in a bad spot to like overpower the other guy. I guarantee you that stuff happens in Commander, right?
Yep, 100%. Yeah, because whoever's in charge, the other 3 group up to beat his fucking ass.
Yep.
It's so fun. And at the end, you backstab your allies to win.
Oh yeah, I love the psychology of it's all about manipulation and tactics and everything else here.
Yeah, you play a card in somebody else's favor, and the next turn you kill them.
Yep.
It's funny you bring up the playing in the library, because initially we had the same thing here. All of us Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic nerds would play in high school in the cafeteria. We had the dedicated nerd table,
and people would like go and grab the cards, right?
Yep.
Oh, they would fuck like with us, and they were just like, what's this? So we went to the library to like not deal with that bullshit anymore.
Yeah.
But then the librarian thought that the Yu-Gi-Oh! We were playing was witchcraft, and then it was small town Louisiana, y'all. It's cringe. Yeah, they thought it was witchcraft, so we had to like we started playing in the hallway, in the stairwell, so we were kind of like in like the trenches, if you will.
Right.
Like we were the bottom of the social hierarchy in high school because of that.
I had the exact same thing happen, except it was like other students that like whenever we were in the cafeteria, they would walk by. What's that witchcraft? Is that magic? What's this magic? Are you wizards? It's like, no, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Yeah, it was Magic players and Yu-Gi-Oh players back then.
Bro, yeah, that was our alliance though. But admittedly, it was a lot of the Magic kids were roasting us Yu-Gi-Oh kids because they're like, I don't get it. Y'all bitch about your fucking broken ass cards. Why not just ban them?
Yeah.
Right? So that was like the big issue back in the Gap.
Oh no, I remember that very well. It's like you were the lowest on the totem pole, except for Yu-Gi-Oh players.
Magic was like the older brothers for the Yu-Gi-Oh younger siblings.
Exactly. Yep. So you started playing Magic. I guess this was you said Champions of Kamigawa.
Correct.
Is that right?
Right.
That is fucking nuts. That was the first time I ever drafted. This is 2004, I guess.
A little bit later. Yeah, I was like
2004, 2005.
05.
Yeah,
05.
Like
because I graduated in 07. So like, yeah, it was around like 10th grade, 11th grade.
Yeah. And how long did you play? You played Ravnica?
I played until I graduated high school. So like I played for about 2.5 years fully active. So I definitely did Champions of Kamigawa, a little bit of Meridian, 8th edition reprints. I forget what else at that point here, but that's whenever, like, because then like college kicked in and then the IRL kicked in and I was broke as shit, so I couldn't really keep playing anymore, you know.
Dude, proxy.
Yeah.
Just proxy.
I still have proxies I printed out in high school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Proxies are fun, I do admit, but I don't remember exactly. I think just I was working like 3 jobs. I was like broke as fuck. I was trying to like figure out what to do. So I just didn't have time for TCGs anymore, unfortunately.
Well, what got you into streaming then? Like for the first time, like actually doing it on Justin TV?
That's a great question, actually. So I've been speedrunning since 2004, like I said, right? And which is again, which exceeds a lot of the veteran runners you know now here. Very few people have been doing it continuously for what is now almost 20 years. So you look up your favorite speedrunner. I probably have outlasted them at this point here, just in terms of like continuing to do it and whatnot, because I love it. And
why do you love it?
Oh, man. You want the honest answer there?
Yep.
Okay, honest answer. So in high school, that social totem pole, right? Because I was in like a very small southern rural high school, I was the only black kid who played Yu-Gi-Oh! And liked Dragon Ball Z and liked anime, et cetera, et cetera. So because I was the black kid who had all the white hobbies, they would call me...
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, all the black kids were like, why you act so white, bro? So they would call me White Mike. They would bully me. Michael's my name.
What?
They would call me White Mike. And so like I escaped into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! And eventually into speedrunning because it was like the thing I can do online. It wasn't like a hindrance from my identity as a black guy. And that was what compelled me to, I wanted to be like my peak potential, my peak form, like Super Saiyan, Ultra Instinct and whatnot. So whenever I entered my first online Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament, I had this really kick-ass like reverse burn, like Fire Princess deck where whenever I heal each turn, you take the equal amount of damage. Okay. So I was healing while I was inflicting burn on you. And I had this really unconventional like early meta Fire Princess reverse burn deck. And I won that tournament. And so it's like, oh shit, I'm actually kind of cracked right now.
Fuck yeah.
So that's when I made the Trihex name. I had like a tag. I'm like, okay, I'm not just Michael. I'm a fucking master duelist now. And I came up with that.
So how the fuck did where did the name come from then?
So I was a Photoshop noob, and I used the polygon lasso tool, and I just made a hexagon. And I was like, okay, 3 hexagons. That sounds cool. It looks kind of like the Linkin Park Meteora album cover. Oh, yeah. Fuck it, I like LP, for life. So I just went with that.
Okay.
It doesn't mean Satan, but if that's cooler to you, more power to you. But no, it's just triple hexagon shortened to Trihex. Literally, that's
triple hexagon, 666, of course.
Of course, yeah.
That's so funny.
The witchcraft allegations, he can't beat them. So.
Did you have the same thing? Because like Tectoname, you guys probably don't remember this, but Pokemon being pocket monsters and satanic whenever you were in elementary school.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude. I do remember that.
Shit too?
Oh, dude, yeah, it's all hysterical. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
whatever parents don't understand, it's just, I don't like it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, ignorance.
I'm so glad. Yeah, we had that stuff, and like I got sent home with a sheet of paper and like everything. It was like a whole crazy situation.
Sheet of paper for what?
For telling all the parents, Pokemon stands for pocket monsters and they're satanic. That's what it was.
That was like an old like conspiracy theory, I think.
That's the weird.
That was like some Pizzagate.
How does pocket monsters being the revealed like shortening acronym make you think it's a satanic?
They thought they were like demons or something.
Yeah, the demons. Yeah, something like that. It's crazy.
Okay.
Well, so you were streaming and streaming in like 2011, 2012. Mm-hmm. Like, how much different was that than now? Because like I streamed once in 2011, and then I didn't do it again until 2015.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I actually don't know your backstory in this regard. I thought you were just like, the WoW god, and then like streaming popped up in 2011 and you just like hopped on that train.
I didn't stream. I made videos a little bit before then because like originally like my mom was having health problems, so I was like, well, I don't want to get a part-time job because I have to help her, so I'm just going to make videos and try to make some money off of that. So like ironically, I was actually one of the only people that like actually did just start making videos, making content for money, right? I actually straight up did that. And so I did this, and then I got into streaming in like 2000, like super late 2015, and I started streaming seriously in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember before I started streaming, I have the same story, kind of like Tectone, is I remember watching you playing Mario Maker whenever it came out, and I was like, because you probably played Super Mario World back in the day.
A fuckload, yeah.
Absolutely, right? And so that was like my favorite game. And so I thought to myself, this is what it's like for me, and probably you too, this is what we always imagined, right? Like being able to make your own Mario levels, play anybody else's levels, and it was just like the coolest thing ever. And I remember I watched your stream every single night, and I went out and I bought a Wii U because of it.
Wow.
Yes,
wow.
I did, man.
Wow, you're so flattering. Oh my God.
No, that's crazy. Okay, so I'm trying to remember what I need to answer about your questions here.
So 2011, like what was streaming like back then?
Okay.
Yeah.
So in 2011, here's the important part about that. It's kind of like hard to answer the question. I'll get into the other part about it here. So in speed running in 2004 to 2011, it was like me doing it for the love of the craft. There was it was very niche. No one knew who the fuck I was or what any of us speedrunners were. There was a huge language barrier. We didn't know how to talk to the Japanese speedrunners. We didn't know how to do their strategies. We knew they had Nico Nico Video, and they had like a kick-ass Mario 3 speedrun.
Nico.
But we didn't know how to talk to them. We had the language barrier. When sharing strategies, it was a very huge issue because like everyone was broke and poor. No one had the capability to convert their videos into shareable format. So you would describe this crazy OOT glitch in Zelda, and it was like just like this 5-paragraph dump of like, go here and do 5 backflips and call your mom and then I don't know, whatever the fuck you're right.
It's written by somebody's 14.
Yeah,
so
and you just have to convert this like 5-paragraph dump into like how do you do this, the glitch and whatnot, and everyone would see it like 8 months later whenever someone would finally like do like a GoFundMe chip in to like get the speedrun converted from VHS to the shareable video.
Oh, they would do chip ins?
Yeah, you had to. Yeah, I mean, because like converting, do you know how expensive it is to convert analog VHS tape to a digital MP4?
Well, I remember I had like I had a video camera, and it had like the mini like kind of cassette type things, and I would be able to do it through like a special cord on like my PC, and this was in like 2014 and 15 because I remember I would upload onto MySpace.
Yeah, well, you're bringing up 2014. I mean, we're talking about like 2000.
Oh, sorry, I meant 2004, 2005.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, because I was uploading on MySpace at the time because YouTube.
Oh my God,
yes, dude. YouTube was not out by then.
This is true. People forget here that YouTube was like, it debuted in 2005, but it was
really
pretty.
2006.
It was pretty niche until Google bought them out by mid 2006. So like, what the YouTube now really wasn't even recognizable until 2007.
Bro, y'all are making me feel young.
Yeah,
I know.
I haven't felt this way in
Bro, how do you
forever.
think I feel? I'm just lost.
Yeah,
I mean, it's interesting to listen to.
Was it actually that crazy to convert? Because like when I was in elementary school, they had the Gameboy printer.
It was the worst and most annoying thing that you could ever imagine. It was awful.
That's the thing that existed though, no? The Gameboy printer where you plug it in?
Was.
Okay.
Wait, what is that?
It's like you plug it into your little Game Boy and then it prints out the screen.
Oh, yeah. So the Game Boy Color had a proprietary accessory camera, and it included another proprietary accessory printer that was like a poverty receipt printer, and it would use like just dot matrix ink.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you know what a Game Boy is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I had a Game Boy.
Okay.
So just for its time. Well, so anyways, when I was speed running, there was no audience. Because it's kind of like I viewed speedrunning at the time more about being like a movie director. It was like, I'm here to direct the movie, and the final output is what people want to see.
To show it in like the best way possible. Because you mentioned that Super Mario 3 speedrun. Is that the one where like towards the end, the guy was jumping on all of the different things at, what the fuck?
Yeah, the super swag one.
Dude, did you watch that in the computer lab too?
Yeah. I was watching in the computer lab with Unreal Tournament 2002 downloaded, and all our friends doing LAN sessions and all that.
Those like Instagib guns and everything?
Yeah.
We had the same exact thing.
Oh, Jay pulled up the Game Boy printer. Wait, that's sick.
It's a real thing.
What?
Yeah, sick.
That's so cool. And then you would just like show your friend, like, look.
Yep. Dude,
and the original selfie, yeah.
Yeah, this was in like the 90s almost.
Was this like for
or
taking screenshot or for taking screenshots of like
This was
important
in
moments.
1999.
I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah.
Look at that,
It's a screenshot.
It's a
I don't
picture.
know.
That's a screenshot of real life.
It's a picture shot. I don't know.
Yeah.
What else would you call it?
I
don't
no
know.
idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't even know what people would take pictures of back then either. That's kind of hard to say. Maybe it was the original selfie machine, but I'm not quite sure.
Like, yeah, that's exactly what you do. You take a picture of yourself and then that was it. I never had one.
Yeah, I didn't either, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I barely had a link cable. Like, if you were the kid on the playground with the link cable, you were a god.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
I had
Because they
the
were
link
so hard to
cable.
get, dude.
Like,
You just steal them.
Did you ever do the thing where you took like, did you have a Game Boy?
Yeah.
You had a Game Boy Advance too, or a Game Boy Color?
I had a Game Boy.
So
Game
did
Boy
you
Advance.
ever do the link cable from the Game Boy to the Game Boy Color to like trade Pokemon?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I did the same thing.
Oh, yeah. I did all that.
Yeah.
It was just really, but I remember the link cable was like in very short supply, like, because, you're like 5 years old or like 8 years old and you're begging your mom to go to Blockbuster or like Target or whatever, like can we please find
They either
one?
have it or they don't.
Yeah, and you couldn't find it anywhere. It was super sold out. So if you were like the one of 3 kids on the playground who had a link cable, everyone was your friend because they wanted to like borrow it to like battle and shit like that.
Did you ever get the GameCube and then you get the Game Boy attachment for the bottom of the GameCube and then you could play the Game Boy games on the GameCube at 8 times speed? So you could crush games so much faster than anybody
Yeah,
else.
that's Super Nintendo.
You talking about the Game Boy player?
There's
right.
the Game Boy player you attach to the bottom of a GameCube and it becomes bigger. There was even GameCube speakers that you could buy
Oh, that
with
was
it.
for the Game Boy Advance, right?
Yeah, Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
But you
Okay, yeah.
You could play
okay.
Game Boy Color games as well. So like I had that shit and then I could get 8 times ahead of everybody else in Pokemon. Bro, that was like the original. That was like the Game Shark. Did you ever have the Game Shark?
I did.
Game Shark
Yeah.
was
Game Shark,
sick.
Yeah, the action replay.
Wait,
and all
was
that.
Game Shark actually like a
Game
physical
Shark,
thing?
One way to explain it is like, so
I thought it was like a magazine or something.
No, it's real. It's real.
It was a legitimate thing. So like, okay, you probably don't know the Sonic and Knuckles Sega Genesis cartridge.
No.
Okay. All right.
I want to know about
let me
this.
think of another example. So it's like kind of, you would plug the cartridge into the console and then you would plug the actual game cartridge into, was it like
That's
this?
the Game Boy Color one. That's
And then
what-
you would plug it on top of it. That's what I remember.
I use it for N64.
Game enhancer.
Yes.
Yeah, there was multiple
Yeah,
ones.
these are microtransactions now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's the one
there
that
it is.
N64. You plug that shit in.
You put it on top of that black one right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
And,
There it is.
Wait, then what does it do? I don't understand.
Wait,
It
did you
just
cheat codes?
it unlocks cheats. Yeah.
Yep.
For any game?
It's like, for example, like if you want to be supersonic in Sonic 3, you can just be supersonic all the time.
That's how I
Yeah.
made Samus in N64 naked. It was sick.
It would do arbitrary code execution in that. So if you're playing Mario 64, right? You can enable codes
this
that you have
sounds like
infinite health.
magic. It can just do anything.
Yeah, it can
Yeah.
legit do anything.
What? Wait, but you had to like make the cheats yourself, right?
I don't remember.
you
My
didn't.
brothers did
They
it for
actually
me.
they were there, and there were codes that you could look up online. I remember.
Oh,
like,
so
wasn't that it?
there were
Yeah.
some pre-installed and some you had to get yourself.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you would go
okay,
like
that
their
makes
websites to
sense.
get like more codes. But yeah, you can
That
like
makes
make
sense.
Mario 64. You can make like moon jump. You can give Mario infinite health. You can give him
Yeah.
a triple jump if you wanted to, which would be like just wonky. They would just make the jump one happen again in midair. So
Yeah.
you would like jump one midair, jump one again, and then double jump in air. Like it looked really stupid, but like yeah, you can just make anything you want to do. Turn on moon physics. Make all enemies into like walking Bowser, so you can have
Is
Bowser.
that why
like,
they
walk
got rid of
around.
cartridges?
Say again.
I think they got rid of
Cartridges.
cartridges because they suck.
Cartridges.
Because after that, they started doing discs for.
Cartridges were terrible. Because like,
Yeah.
you would
Really?
use it and it wouldn't work. You put it in, wouldn't work. You had to blow the cartridge, still wouldn't work. Then you like blow it in again. Then maybe it would work for like 30 seconds. And it was just like RNG over and over and over again. It was awful. Because then they went to disc. And then with
Or they
disc,
just didn't want the Game Shark to exist anymore.
that's true.
I feel like I had more problems with GameCube discs than cartridges ever.
They scratch pretty easily.
Yeah.
But the
they were bad.
scratches, I had a solution for it. It's
Was it
toothpaste,
toothpaste?
and Windex.
Oh my god, you're one of those people.
And it worked.
Well,
It worked though.
well, eventually,
I scratched every
it
disc.
would stop working and it would make it worse because some of the toothpaste has the grit in it.
Oh, well, you don't use gritty toothpaste.
Well, I don't know, but there also was like this machine that wasn't a machine. It was a thing that like, the crank thing.
Yeah, the crank.
Yeah.
I remember getting that to fix some of my discs and it didn't work. I was so devastated.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Did you ever get the Red Ring of Death?
On my
Xbox 360?
yeah. Well, of course, yeah. I mean, that was a huge like engineering failure for
It was,
Microsoft here because
but you fixed it by putting it into the freezer.
what?
Yeah.
Oh my god, y'all are.
No, it
I
worked.
never
bro.
did this.
Yep, no, it worked.
Okay, listen. I was gonna bring up here the whole disc saving thing. The stupidest one I heard from childhood that I saw an actual kid do was like, he's like, no, put it in the toilet, flush toilet. I swear to God, it works.
Wait,
it?
what?
Yeah, put the data side down the toilet, obviously clean water, and then you just flush it. And he did it, and his like copy of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 was working again. I'm just like,
oh my God.
Okay,
bro, what kind of superstitious bullshit is this?
Okay, that's superstitious. But the toothpaste Windex made sense. Disc dirty, you clean it with toothpaste and Windex.
Okay.
Overheating Xbox, put it in the freezer.
I thought it's because the toothpaste like filled in the scratches.
Yeah.
I think
Isn't
that's
it?
why.
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got no fucking idea.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So what made you want to play Yoshi's Island? Because Yoshi's Island was like my favorite game growing up.
Real?
It was pretty, yeah, it was.
Oh, you're one of the few who actually have played it.
Oh, I loved it, man. Like,
Dude,
it was so fun.
few people have actually played Yoshi's Island to like see what I see when I'm like playing that game. Well, it just happened to be the game that I was into when I found about speedrunning in like 2004. So I just naturally applied myself on that one. And it's a very expressive game because you can clearly tell when I'm playing it versus other people are playing it.
Yeah,
oh, wait, it says the laser that reads the CD needs to bounce evenly, while toothpaste is just abrasive enough to wear down scratched areas to a smoother surface.
I know. See,
so it is because it's abrasive in the grit.
It's real.
Oh,
see that?
So it actually works.
Yeah, it works.
5-head.
Oh
Also,
my
I think
God.
Yoshi's Island sucks. Just want to put that out there.
Why?
Because the stupid dumb baby, bro.
I'm going to be honest. I think I love the aesthetic, the Yoshi aesthetic.
No,
I
it
think
is.
It's so cheerful and awesome.
It's just the baby.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency, you know? Like,
I hate that shit. It's like the baby crying.
stop getting hit. Skill issue.
Yeah, I'm bad.
Incentivizing you to stop being bad.
I'm bad.
I don't like dying in Dark Souls. Well, stop getting hit.
I don't mind dying in Dark Souls.
Biases now.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
all
the crying baby's awful, and the sonic drowning noise is also terrible. I'm not sure if you've ever heard that noise before.
Oh yeah, no, it's anxiety inducing for sure.
Yep, it's bad.
It's like, you know, you're in chemical plant zone, you need to get the fuck out of there, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's called chemical plant zone. It's not an ocean. You know? It's not a beautiful beachside.
That being said, watching you play Yoshi's Island is cool. Me playing it, I just can't do it.
Oh, that's unfortunate, man.
You make it art.
A lot of my viewers are saying the same thing you said here, where they're like, man, I want to play the game. You make it look so fun, and then you also make it look so intimidating to get into. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm like 10,000 hours into the game, so of course I make it look easy.
10,000 hours on Yoshi's Island.
So
That's
you
crazy.
can play this. This game was made for 8-year-olds. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
like-
that big of a deal.
Yeah. But before I forget though,
Yeah.
like the whole thing about what speedrunning was like back in the gap. You're like a director, and I thought people would only care about the end result, me getting the run, not me actually like developing and producing and getting to that point. So once we got into like because it was me recording offline with my VCR until streaming happened in 2011 with all the games done, quick events and all that stuff, right? So once I started streaming, it was like, oh wait, people want to watch me they want to watch me get to that point. I thought they don't want to watch like me actually have the run on like YouTube, not like watch me grind and watch this repetitive, grueling, endless amounts of failure to get to that point. So for me, streaming made speedrunning, which was previously a socially isolating event, just me and my own ideas and whatnot, into a social event where like my homies want to watch me do it.
Too.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was a huge eye opening. It really, because I was almost like kind of like stagnating on speedrunning because I didn't know what else to do with this. I'm like, okay, well, there's no money here, there's no revenue here. I was going in for being an animator. I wanted to work at Pixar before I was 40 years old, like, you know, forever ago.
Did you have Macromedia Flash?
I did, yeah.
I did too.
Yeah, Macromedia Flash. I had all the Adobe suites. I was looking into Cinema 4D and whatnot. I really wanted to work at Pixar actually.
Really?
Different story at the time and whatnot. But yeah, I was pursuing to like get my career going in that direction in art.
Yeah.
And but then like once I saw that speedrunning could be social with streaming, I was like, oh, this is like, you know, dopamine heaven. Okay, let me just, this is my little side thing. So I did it on the side while being a broke ass full-time college student for like 4 years, and then finally by 2015, I gave it a shot. I finally like, you know, went all in for it.
Yeah.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Have your monthly subscriptions grown totally out of control? Slowly chipping away at your mind and soul? Me too. But thankfully, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. It's an all-in-one finance platform that helps you save more and spend less. Rocket Money allows you to manage those bestie subscriptions, lower those bills, build a custom budget, and grow those savings all in one easy app. I've used Rocket Money to combat my addiction to anime and manga subscription services. I mean, I'm talking Crunchyroll, Funimation, 5anime, the Shonen Jump app, the Lemon app, which I think that one's illegal, but I'm actually not sure. But what I'm saying is there's a ton. Don't be afraid of your credit score. Stare it down in the face in the easy-to-use app and show it who's boss. To save more and spend less, join Rocket Money's 3.4 million members and try the app for free today using our link, rocketmoney.com/stake. And you can unlock even more features with premium. That's rocketmoney.com/stake. Thanks, Rocket Money, for sponsoring today's episode.
Because you were doing YouTube videos before then. Like I saw like you had made a number of YouTube videos and then you were streaming and like then you were on pretty much all the time. Like you popped off streaming. Especially like back then, it was crazy.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that actually is that I didn't plan Mario Maker to be like my big blow up point.
Yeah.
So I went full time with Twitch finally like July 2015, right?
Right.
Mario Maker comes out September 2015.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, no one was really giving a shit about Mario Maker. We were all kind of sleeping on it because Nintendo only marketed it as like you create levels. You don't share, or like you share them, but like, you know, the real sauce that you watch, that maybe you
was playing somebody else.
Was the 100-man expert mode. You know, you play 16 random levels and you have 100 lives to like knock them all out, right? That mode got zero coverage before the game released. So once it dropped, it was this unique, like just like the planets aligned because like the game came out 5 days prior in Japan. So Japan had uploaded all these troll hard as fuck levels on the server. There was no NA levels, right? So you had all these NA streamers who were getting called out because you couldn't beat it. It was so fucking hard. Like it was, and remember, y'all remember here, okay? And the first patch came November of that year. Remember, we're in September, right? The first patch added checkpoints in November. So there was no checkpoints at launch.
Yeah.
The game was fucking brutal at launch. So if you were not like a speedrunner or like really fucking good at Mario, you could not do expert. It was a huge like skill check.
Well, it was massive, and like I watch people play Super Mario Maker now, and it's like a totally different thing. Like they have like these new moves you can do, and like every single thing needs to be like pixel perfect. It's actually nutty.
Yeah, it looks inhuman. Like the old runs were just, it was like a spectacle to even witness it.
Yeah, it's called Kaizo. Those are like we call them like Kaizoholics because like Kaizo's the Japanese word for like hard or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they are like really into like, you know, having these like 1 block clearances. You have to do like double shell jump, wall climbs and whatnot. Yeah, it's all like really brutal stuff. It's actually not really my forte because it's like that's not what I enjoy out of Mario. I enjoy like level design, not just like making it as hard as humanly possible.
I like expert, not super expert.
Yeah.
That's
a lot of people now just see like, you know, harder level is a better level. And very often the hard levels are not play tested and they're usually just like scathingly brutal. And it gets a little bit grueling for me. It
doesn't feel like super fulfilling to do. It's like, finally, I have input the correct, you know, code for 30 seconds.
Miyamoto would frown on those levels. Yeah. Honestly.
So what was it like after, so you did obviously Super Mario Maker, and then after that, like obviously like your stream like got pretty popular at that point, right? And like, what was that like?
Oh man, you're asking a really good question now.
Yeah.
So I actually was hitting a crossroads point because for the first time ever, up until this point, whatever I wanted to do the most happened to be what would get me the most views and the most like traction towards growth and sustaining myself economically with streaming, right? But after Mario Maker, and I did a fuckload of Mario Maker, by like 2017, I was so burnt out, admittedly, because I didn't really branch out and try anything else. I was just kind of like, I was young, I was dumb, I was just chasing views. I wasn't thinking about the long term of like my mental health and just like, what do I want out of streaming type shit.
Yeah.
And so I got really burnt out on Mario. I didn't know what to do, and I had to think here, oh, well, fuck. For the first time ever, what I want to do and what my audience wants are now different.
Yeah.
And I have to figure out what to do there. Like, am I a variety gamer? You know, I only speed ran. I don't really play casual games. I actually had never streamed casual gaming on my channel until 2017.
What was the first game?
It was actually Zelda. It was so because Breath of the Wild coming out that March, I decided to play Twilight Princess for the first time. Now, which was a big thing because I had never done puzzles before. I'm not the strongest puzzle guy. And all the Zelda puzzles, I was just like, oh man, everyone's going to roast me for how fucking bad I am at this kind of shit. But also thought here, this is a trap. If I'm bad at puzzles because I never do them, and I expect to be better at puzzles because I'm already Trihex, then how will I ever get better at puzzles if I never try them?
Yeah, you know? Eventually you'll get good.
Yeah, the ego trap was keeping me from progressing, honestly. So I thought it was important to just like, fuck it, get my toes wet and just like dive in, like dig deep into puzzles and shit. So it was a brutal, I mean, the chat was roasting me really hard for all the shit here. Like, because the beginning thing is just like, you know, like in Zelda, when you're stuck, look up. Look up. What's above you? What's around you? What's in your environment? I was like fucking Neanderthal caveman, just like, wall. I didn't know what to do. So just like,
where next temple?
Yeah, like literally, I'm just like, I'm You know, it's that moment where like you're getting stuck on a thing that's not even a puzzle.
Right, yeah.
You know, that disgruntled gamer realizes that the thing he's stuck on is not even an actual intended puzzle.
Yeah, I did that like last week.
Yeah.
I understand.
So that's what I was like. I was drawing off of that, and then actually, believe it or not, it coincides with how we met.
Okay.
Because you may remember Greekgodx had the podcast, the Greekgodx Podcast, which was holy fuck. Okay.
Greekgodx Podcast.
Boomer clap, dude.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Okay. You gotta tell about that one.
So this was like straight up Greek would just start calling people. and like he would just open up his Discord. He'd be like, hey, what's up? And then like one or two people would be on there and it would just be a black screen with like different people's like box there.
Yeah.
And people would like see, they're like, oh wow, Greek's doing the podcast. It wasn't timed. It wasn't planned. There was nothing. He would just go live and start calling people, and it turned into the Greekgodx Podcast.
Well, that actually sounds sick.
It was.
It was, yeah. This was on a normal thing at the time here. Like podcasting, I guess on Twitch was like...
It was the first time.
Yeah, it was
really.
It was like maybe like, what, 2017?
2016, 2017, something like that. Probably 2017.
So Greek did that, you know, called me up. Oh, you're the TriHard emo. Let's go ahead and get you on. He'll be funny and what.
Yeah.
My terrible Greek accent, by the way. And then like Greek was just like, admittedly, like blitzed out of his mind.
Yeah.
And so it was just like too hot to actually like even really do the moderation. So then Trainwreck kind of rose up and became like the moderator, then became a Scuff Podcast.
Yeah.
And then me and you were on for one episode, and that's when we met.
Yeah.
So I was getting into podcasting. I was getting into, oh shit. Bro.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude.
Is that Daquan? Oh my God. Andy Milanakis.
Oh man, dude.
Austin Show.
Wait, that's
previously
Andy, what
known
the
as
fuck?
Anything for views, my boy.
Anything for Chad,
Oh, that's
yes.
who that is.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Bro.
How long ago was this?
Wait, yeah, when was
Yeah, I don't even remember actually. Hey, I'm looking here now. Yeah, this was 2017. This was like between May and December of 2017-ish.
Damn.
This is insane. Yeah, I remember like, Twitch was totally different back then.
Yeah.
There were some really good things about it. There were some bad things too, but it was a definitely like way different experience than it is now.
Absolutely.
Which has changed a lot.
Yeah, I think you bring up so many big things here. Like people remember like, okay, if I could pick one thing to like focus on there about how much Twitch has changed, it's that like people forget that Twitch was initially like a gameplay exclusive like haven. It was like
if you didn't have gameplay.
If you didn't do gameplay, you weren't doing Twitch. So like what happened was naturally people wanted to talk. You know, you want to chat. You know, it's easy. I think it was beneficial to you because like in WoW, there's like there was admittedly some downtime.
People called it just chatting with buttons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You had downtime to like linger and converse with your community and all that. And I recall that like Hearthstone became like the just chatting directory because like, oh yeah.
That's the best meta.
You just hang out in the lobby and just,
exactly.
Just eat a bowl of cereal and then watch a YouTube video, and an hour and a half later you might play like one game and be like a tier 5 roper or whatever. But right. But then everything changed once the IRL directory came out in I think late 2015 or 2016. So finally there's an IRL directory that popped up here. Then 2017 came Prime subs. Then 2018 I believe came gift subs. And by that point, Prime and gifting changed everything because like everyone's view count or everyone's sub count like doubled overnight.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So like now everyone could actually do like Twitch full time more consistently.
Wait, so that only started to become sustainable about 5 years ago?
Well, I mean, like for people like Soda Poppin', for example, it was sustainable way before then. But like it basically, like if you were halfway there, you would be there immediately.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta understand, okay, like here's the thing you don't remember, or maybe not to accuse you, I'm sorry. The thing you may have not, I remember, okay. I'm at TwitchCon 2016.
Not there,
2017, right? They announced Prime subs at TC that day. Day
one. Trying to go home.
And everyone, me, you, everyone is at TC. Everyone who's not there is like literally, there were some Annies who were getting like, they were 300 sub Annies and they became like 1,300 sub Annies that weekend.
Just like
I'm just
no
like,
big deal.
Twitch, what the fuck, dude?
No way.
Yeah. Like it was crazy to the point where like not going to TC was like a meta now because you know that, all the top 1%ers were going to be at TC, so you can just like farm hard that weekend.
Well, but then you just stream TwitchCon.
You're not going to do that.
Well, that wasn't a thing as much back then.
Yeah, IRL wasn't really a thing back then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Yeah, the technology was too
IRL
hard to
Annies didn't
use.
really pop up until like 2019, I would say, 2018.
That's so
it was
weird.
2018 was
I
like big
can't
IRL.
imagine Twitch without it because I mean, my first streams were Salty Bet and probably GDQ.
Yeah.
And those were sick. And then, your stream was one of the first streams I ever watched as well as Soda Poppin'. Fuck, dude, no IRL though. It didn't even cross my mind.
So
That's insane to me.
Well, not only was it no IRL, but the rule was no IRL. You weren't even allowed, because like there were these, because you remember Caseytron, right? And like all these other streamers, and like there would always be, this is where the meta of like getting mad at people for not playing games came from. Because straight up, that used to be the fucking rules.
Yeah. The thing that we don't remember actually, what made IRL happen? It was an inevitability. Yeah. Pokemon Go, summer 2016, when that came out, that was the precursor to IRL, because it was like, oh, we're playing a game, but we're outside and shit. So if you were like farming hard on Pokemon Go directory that summer, which y'all remember, shit was fucking crazy. Someone had a shiny Charmander, you had like 100 kids running that direction, you know what I'm saying? So like Pokemon Go made IRL category inevitable. But yeah, that's like, that's what changed everything to
I miss that shit, bro. Pokemon Go was so sick. It's so bad now.
Dude, Dude, my girlfriend still plays it actually to this day.
Then it's great. It's so good. It lost the magic when there wasn't the 3 steps. It's just you go to the stop and then you get the Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just if we have
I feel like there's just novelty, right? There's the novelty. That was the first AR game that anybody even gave a shit about.
Yep.
And then it's like that. Like, I don't know, maybe like a few months, it was so magical to just like see like the videos of people on like, I think it was like Vine at the time, like just rushing towards like, oh my God, it's a Charizard or something like that.
And you were making friends too. It was like the ultimate icebreaker. Like IRL, you're just like, no one's a normie now. Everyone's a gamer. Everyone's fucks with Pokemon and Twitch and all that. It was just like,
there's a common denominator.
The amount of friends you would make like spontaneously was insane.
Bro, I would lie so much. I'd be like, bro, I found a Mew over there. It's like a rare spot.
Have a more convincing, okay, I saw a Nidoking, or you found a Mew, really?
No, but for real, nobody would question it. Nobody questioned it back then. Like, oh yeah, it's a secret thing, I love getting away with that shit. It was so funny. And then I found my first Dratini from a group of people. Oh my God. I miss those days, man. Fuck.
Yeah, some good stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean like back then, I feel like, then IRL got really, really popular. And like now, I feel like IRL isn't really as popular as it used to be. I think that like kind of what's happened is because IRL is so popular and streaming is like, I think COVID 2x streaming, probably. And like now that it's so popular, there's always stream snipers and there's like all these like other like weird interactions. And so now I think the meta is like kind of just sitting in your house and fucking watching videos. That's about it.
I do agree. I think that COVID quarantine like definitely made a lot of people recognize streaming as a thing now, and a lot of them, admittedly, in my opinion, they're fixated on the success of streaming. That they're not considering here, do I actually enjoy the act of streaming? They all want to be the next Ninja, Kai Cenat, Asmon, whatever, right? And they're not seeing here that Ninja was a competitive Halo 3 player, like 9 years prior to blowing up on Fortnite. He was prepared for the opportunity. Asmongold was a I don't know.
Well, I mean, I was making content like the same as you, right? In like 2004. Like I got my first video camera in 2001.
You were consistent with like your like enthusiasm towards WoW and all the other shit.
And the thing is with Kai, it was the same thing. Like Kai was like trying to follow YouTube stuff whenever he was a little kid. So like all three, like most people that are successful that you see, like they didn't just randomly one day start doing it. This is like a culmination of effort.
Yeah. And I think, so due to that and seeing just like these, like, because I saw the stats here, there's like 9.8 million active broadcasters on Twitch monthly.
That's ridiculous.
And think about it here, and here's the other thing about it, it's the crazy part here. I'm kind of a stats guy. The top, there's like 63,000 Twitch partners total, right? Of which only the top 10,000 make anywhere near minimum wage, proportional to how often they stream. So just like, so yeah, and even then, only like the top like 1,500 of those 10,000 are making what could argue is a competitive wage.
It's like the top 1%, 71% or something like that, right?
Yeah. If you're like nuts. If you have like 400 viewers average, you're a top, fuck, it's not even 1%, it's like top, it's like 0.0001. Yeah, you got a pretty fat cock if you're.
If you scroll down, you're going to see a lot of people at 1 and 2 and 0 viewers.
Yeah, there's like a lot of them. I call it the single digit graveyard. There's a lot because it's so hard to get out of that slump of just like irrelevance to get to like even just like 10 viewers. It's like a big deal.
How long did you stream at 1 viewer?
Oh well, baby. I'm T to the hex, so I'm a little bit different. You got to think here. When I started streaming on day 1, February of 2011, I was already like an 8-year veteran. So I already was somebody. So not humble brag here, not really. I'm actually bragging pretty hard right now. I was a 25 viewer person on day 1.
Damn, bro.
For the very jump.
Yeah,
but I was stagnant at 50 viewers for a very long time because no one knew what the fuck Yoshi Island was.
Yeah.
The Mario 64 speedrunners back in like 2011, they were just routinely getting like 300 viewers, which at the time was a big deal. Like if you had like the mythical 3rd-digit view count, you were pretty big deal.
Yeah.
But I was stuck at 50 viewers for like the first like year and a half.
Damn, that sounds brutal, bro. I can't imagine that. That's fucking terrible.
I mean, it was, I did, but also again, this is why the call out is that I wasn't doing it for success. I was doing it for the love of the game, and I was enthusiastic about like having even just 50 viewers. So I saw it's like I would see the view count as like literally an auditorium. Like, okay, I'm filling this classroom lecture hall to watch me like lay some massive dick down on Yoshi Island.
Oh, you would think about I have 50 viewers. This is what it would look like in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, because it was the whole novelty of just like having this many views. Like, I mean, how would you do? I mean, because these days now you're like, you're open like what, 30,000, 40,000, whatever, right?
It depends on if I do my main channel or not, right? I mean, even on my alt channel, sometimes I'll get over like 30,000.
How do you perceive it? Does the number even like mean anything to you now?
It's not a big deal to me. Like, I mean, the thing is, I don't really think about it a lot. Honestly, I really never do. Like, it's never been a big deal, and so like it's whatever.
Yeah, because it's kind of like how do I even quantify tens of thousands of people in here, right? It's like looking down bottom of like the skyscraper, just like, oh shit, you can't even like. How do you even quantify that kind of thing?
I try not to really think about it or like get stressed out about it.
Yeah, I don't think about it. But
I just think all my viewers are fake. That's all I think. Makes it a lot easier.
True.
I don't think that, but yeah, I just don't think about it. But when I started streaming, the first time I hit 30 viewers, I started crying because I was so scared.
Really?
Because back then I would think about it. I'd be like, oh my God, 30 people are watching me play League.
Dude.
Oh my God.
But I wasn't even like happy crying. I was like terrified.
Dude, the moment I broke because I grew really fast. The moment I broke like 100 viewers, which was in like the first week, I just got to, I do. I play games that nobody else plays.
Okay.
I play shitty mobile games. Right?
Wait, did you just like start out of nowhere? Did people like know you from YouTube or something?
No, I just started out of nowhere.
What the hell? That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I just got an ego really fast.
Oh my God.
And I was like, yeah, I'm the best.
I feel like if you want to start streaming, you have to like, I mean, I think that what you went through is like kind of rare. Like I think most people will be stuck at 0 or 1 viewer.
Yeah.
I feel like if you want to start, especially now, but even back then, you need to have like people who know that you're streaming.
The best way to grow on Twitch is to stop trying to grow on Twitch.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, like people use like TikTok or Reddit. Like I found like a bunch of my friends that are big League streamers now through Reddit because they would just post their stream on like the Champion main subreddit. For me, I used to be the admin of a League of Legends Facebook group.
Oh my God.
And when I started streaming, I was like, hey guys, I'm going to try streaming. So I had like 25 viewers my first stream.
I had the huge benefit of everybody who streamed my games, the mobile games, just fucking sucked. Like, this is so bad to say. Personality-wise, it was like watching paint dry. They would sit there all day, play the game, not say shit. I would go live and absolutely lose my fucking mind. And that's what I'm still doing 4 years later, just losing my mind over pixels and mediocre gameplay. I don't care. I love it. I love mobile games so much.
I started doing YouTube. I was the same as you, right? It's like whenever my first stream, I got 250 viewers. I remember that. And like, because I told people on my YouTube channel, I'm like, yo, I'm going to stream. And then things went up pretty fast, and then they went down for a while, and it's like always, like there's always going to be like a bit of a struggle, right? Well, it's the same thing, kind of like the problem that you had, where it's like the viewers want you to do one thing, but you want to do something else. And I remember the first time for me was PUBG. I always wanted to play PUBG.
So good.
And then it was like, nobody wants to fucking watch you play PUBG because you are not Shroud.
Wait, was that actually how it was?
Yeah. I mean, like for me it was.
Damn.
Yeah.
I have a cool story about this actually. So we're bringing up our early days of streaming and my first like pop off with views. So my first time getting to a triple digit view count, I had 125 viewers. I didn't know it right away what happened, but I just kind of like freaked out because everyone was in there out of nowhere. Ended up being that a moderator on the Team Liquid StarCraft 2 or StarCraft 1 like board or whatever had posted a thread about, yo, check out the sick Yoshi Island runner. And this was like, in 2011, right? So I had a webcam. But it was like really like poorly lit. You can barely hear anything and whatnot. And I'm sitting here, and you probably maybe I've seen my Yoshi Island playthrough. I do like I have very very high dexterity, so I'm holding the controller on the Super Nintendo. I'm just like I'm doing a lot of inputs.
Yeah.
And so one of these like StarCraft guys was in my chat. He was like, "Bro, no, your tasks like you're not real. You're cheating. This is like a computer program playing the game right now. There's no way you're actually hitting this many buttons this fast." And I was like, bro, you're a hater, whatever. Here, okay. So I took my camera and then I pointed at my controller, which was unconventional at the time.
Yeah.
And I did that to show him I was really doing it. And then the chat like, oh shit, crotch cam, yo, pog, or whatever the word was back in 2011, whatnot. You know, and so the controller cam that became a staple for me now when I'm playing games with high dexterity for the spectacle factor was rooted in this one guy who didn't think I was really playing the game, actually.
Just like some StarCraft guy?
Dude, that's
just some random, but but I found out later on that it was the StarCraft forum that actually posted my link.
That's nuts.
So that was my first pop off with 100 viewers.
So you were so good he thought you were cheating.
That's
one of the best feelings.
What the fuck?
That was pretty sick, you know.
And so you did that, and like, so did that viewership stick, or was it just like that one day, or what?
It helped a little bit, I from there, I climbed from that 25 starting to probably about like a 40, I would say. You know, which is a big deal, you know, because it's like, you know, just even getting to 100 was like, okay, this is where it peaks. This is like where it's done.
Well, you can see them, like, if you open up the directory on like your front page, or like at least like for a certain game, you can see, okay, there's somebody like back then with like 80 viewers or 40 viewers or something like that.
Yeah. See, the thing about it is, okay, so this is the crazy part about like boomer Twitch and boomer streaming all together here, is that like, at that time, the idea of a game directory chronologically ordered by viewership total was like a revolutionary thing. Because before that, it was like you would have to use like Ustream.tv, and you'd have to like, you know, like it was kind of like, okay, I'm using a colorful analogy here. It was like scrolling through like Chatterbait. Everyone had to make this like really colorful title of like what they were doing, but there was no like master directory to figure out what was going on. It was just you skimming through like a very vivid description of a one sentence idea of what the stream was, and then like an auto-generated thumbnail. And it was like a hot-ass dumpster fire of like, what do I want to watch?
And the thumbnails back then were like really bad too. So it's like you can't even really tell what's going on. That's why people would have like really big cams, right?
So this is why like whenever Twitch had that directory system, it was like, oh fuck, Street Fighter, Mega Man, World of Warcraft. You know, it was like, wow. It's like you're at a grocery store, and it's like, you know, you can just scroll through and I want this, I want that,
and this is the most popular stuff, and this isn't,
well, what's going on here? It's like, oh, it's a Street Fighter tournament. Oh, that's why I have so many viewers right now. Okay, cool. It was like, you know, that was like a big deal in like 2011 actually, because it was just finding the content you wanted to watch was kind of like a hot ass mess.
So was Twitch discoverability back then is like just shit still?
Hard to say. It was in its infancy. What I do remember is that like what really helped Twitch blow up hard was that it was an app on the Xbox One and the PS4. I remember the summer that update came, a lot of everyone's view count like bumped up there, because I went from like being like a 150 guy to like 300 plus any given day. And a lot of them I'd ask, where y'all watching from? They're like, oh, Xbox app or whatever. The few that could type or whatever, they would just say that.
That's nuts. Yeah, I don't remember that at all, actually.
No? I don't. The PS4 and Xbox One, I think a year into their thing, it was like right before Bloodborne came out on PS4, they had the Twitch app added officially to their desktops on the consoles. And so a lot of console normies were coming to Twitch at that point, because they're like, oh, well, what's this?
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hey, I got great news, everybody. Displate is sponsoring today's video. For those of you who don't know, Displate is a special type of metal poster that's engineered for easy wall mounting and features over 1 million designs. It only takes 20 seconds to get these bad boys up on your wall. No power tools needed. And I can confirm personally, a Tectone guarantee, that these things are awesome. Jay, please pull up the website, brother. Let's look at Elden Ring there. Let's pull it up. Oh, there we go.
Yes.
There's the blue girl with the hands.
Ronnie,
yeah.
Ronnie the Witch.
That's sick. That guy. His fight was sick.
With his like, was it Tiger Sarash?
Dude, these are crazy.
Here's the thing, right? That people might not know about Displate is that Displate is like a licensed distributor of a number of different things, like that Lich King display you've got right there.
Wait, actually?
Like that one right there? Yeah, they're actually licensed to like distribute different types of Blizzard Entertainment stuff, and there's a number of other different places that have the same agreement with them. So you can get actual licensed stuff from Displate.
Wow, that's sick. You know what's crazy?
There's
I'm so used to
right
seeing
there.
your face on this that I was weird to see his
actual
helmet.
The bald one. I know, yeah.
Old Baldy. Asmon.
Yeah.
Baldy.
Okay. Is that right?
How sweet.
Oh my God.
That's so nice.
Look at that.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Wow.
What can I say? And if you want to give a Displate to a loved one, you can too. All you got to do is pop on down to the description. Go to displate.com/steak and eggs. That's displate.com/steak and eggs. And check out using code STEAK to get your own bundle art for 20% off 1 to 2 Displates, or a whopping 30% off if you order 3 or more. That's Displate.com/steak and eggs for 20 to 30% off. And thank you, Displate, for sponsoring today's episode.
How do you feel like it's like for somebody to start streaming now?
Brutal.
Very, very. You think so?
You think so?
It's so saturated. I think so,
It's very saturated. It's hyper competitive, and a lot of people are stuck on the wrong shit. If you want me to spit for a second here, a lot of people who start off new in streaming at this point now, they're very stuck on the idea of like linear growth. If I stream 80 hours a week, every week, I should be getting like 1% week over week increases and whatnot. They're entitled to this, which is an assumption. Yes.
Yeah.
And in reality, to me, and maybe even to you, maybe you agree here actually, that's when I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. It's more about being prepared for the most opportunities. When new games come out, people are searching. You got to think here, reverse engineer, people are searching on Google here. When new games come out here, they're searching Starfield, they're searching Armored Core 6, they're searching whatever, right?
Yeah.
Those directors are going to pop off and whatnot. Are you prepared to be the most competitive, compelling content relevant to what they're looking for? Why the fuck should I watch your Armored Core 6 stream rather than anybody else's?
Yeah,
especially the more popular streams, right?
And many
That's
people are not thinking this. They're just like, okay, well, if I just like play the game more and just like, I don't know, if I just
they treat it like a job. They're like, I'm going to stream for 40 hours. And it's like, well, why would you stream for 40 hours if you could do something that's twice as good in 20 hours, right? Yeah. And it's just like, it's a mindset problem that I think a lot of people have with Twitch. And I think you're 100% right.
I mean, the way that I think anybody can grow a Twitch stream, I feel like it's very simple, it's straightforward, it's black and white. And I know this because I've told hundreds of people to do this and they've all found success. It's the simplest formula. You find a new game that's coming out, you cover it about 1 to 2 weeks before it comes out on YouTube. During those YouTube videos, you post at least 5 to 6 guides on what every new player needs to know, mistakes you want to avoid, how to do this or that before the game goes out, preferably by getting beta or alpha access. And then in those videos, you link, I will be streaming this live on day 1. And then once the game comes out, then you stream on Twitch as well as 2 days before as a help desk. And then the game comes out and you put Q&A in your title, answering all questions, and then you just stream that. And that's worked for everybody.
Even people with no YouTube following at all?
Yes.
So if I may to take what you're saying there in a broad construct, you're saying like
go off of Twitch.
Become the authority on topic X. Become the specialist of X.
Yeah.
Which I would argue, Asmongold, you've done a really good job at, because like when shit's happening, like when WoW Classic was coming out, or when anything Blizzard or WoW is happening here, it's like, you're the guy that I want to hear from.
You want to be the guy that people go to whenever certain things happen, right? And like each streamer is like kind of that guy. There's like certain streamers that are like Nintendo guys, like you, Miz, maybe a handful of other people are like Nintendo streamers. FPS, it's Shroud. Like fighting games, you've got like Maximilian, you've got Low Tier God, you've got DSP, right? You've got all these other guys. And so each game has like the people that are known in the community. And like gacha games, right? It's Tectone or like League with Emmy.
Dude, that was a crazy experience when there was a recent expo that happened.
Yeah.
And then the moment that S-Fan and Seer were watching it and the mobile game popped up, seeing my name in their chat, I was like, holy fuck, that was so cool. Fuck, I love it, man. It is cool.
Yeah, becoming the voice of the authority on a topic is really, really good. And broadly, it's like, okay, listen, if you're getting into, so we're back to holding about like how hard is it getting into streaming now in 2023, you need to like figure out conceptually, what is your blue ocean? Why go in the crowded ocean of whatever Asmon covers well, or I cover well, or Tech covers well, et cetera here? Figure out what lane you can be in that has not already been pioneered yet.
Yeah.
If you can figure that out and give supply to what's currently in demand, that's how you get ahead here. Because that's what I did. That's what I did by accident.
Find a problem and solve it.
Yeah, because that's why I started as a 25 viewer streamer rather than dealing with the 0-digit graveyard, et cetera.
Yeah. I think the dumbest shit is when people try to start streaming and they're going to say, well, what are you going to stream? Oh, I'm going to be a variety streamer. I don't think there's any way to do that.
That's suicide. I agree.
You have to attack a niche very aggressively and like stay in your niche for a very long time and then become someone in that niche, and then you can go outside of it.
If you are a variety streamer who loves Pokemon, has a good time, and is a community fostering person, why the fuck would I watch you rather than Pokemon, for example? Like what compelling factor do you have over the already established, already known, palatable, brand-friendly, bubbly cuteness that is Pokemon?
Everybody knows who they are. It's like you see them at the top of directory.
Why am I going to go to page like 11 for your content when she's already on page 1? She must be popular for a reason. That's what people are going to think. Not saying I'm necessarily.
I think Twitch is like that. That's kind of like one of the negative things I feel like about Twitch is that people have like a perception that bigger number, better person.
Oh, that's true. Like when you get big numbers, it inflates.
Yeah, that's why
people are like, oh, you have a lot of you have a lot of viewers, so it must be good.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Twitch is very, very, very top heavy. Unfortunately, that is both a gift and a curse. So I think there's two factors here, right? The fact that Twitch is like so top heavy is due to the fact that it's not algorithmically ran. It's very analog in that you choose what tags you want to put on your stream association metadata.
Do those matter?
Absolutely.
Oh, well.
I mean,
I don't think that many. I have like the cosplay tag on mine, and I do like it does show me analytics. Sometimes like people go through it, but it's like literally less than 1%.
Oh, I just put VTuber that way people get pissed off.
I feel like people probably use the VTuber tag. I think most tags on Twitch, like especially like some people put like mental health ones or like sexuality ones. I don't really think people use those that much.
Yeah, the fact that they're not really enforced makes them kind of like redundant and meaningless. But like Twitch definitely wants to have like more metadata structuring how people are discovering content.
Okay.
So if they continue to work on the back end, it could eventually be relevant. But the point is that the point is that like the top heaviness is due to the fact that it's very analog ran and just like very chronologically driven, right?
Yeah.
And which can be a cool thing in that you're not like overwhelmingly getting swayed by an algorithm. On YouTube, you're very much confined to what the algorithm prefers. The algorithm prefers watch retention, viewer engagement. So you got to do the call to action, like, comment, subscribe, right? It's almost robotic, it's numbing, but this is what the algorithm wants you to do. Your content must fit into what it defines as a good video that makes it advertisers want to keep you on the platform longer and longer. Whereas on Twitch, you can just do literally what Miskiff did with the fucking watching paint dry for fucking 8 hours and people want to watch that.
It's actually crazy. It's like if making good content on Twitch, it's weird because like the best way to make content on Twitch and like one of the most successful things to do on Twitch is to drag things out.
Correct.
Right? Make things take a lot longer. And it's weird because I think this is a problem that like some Twitch streamers have is that if you're trying to grow on other platforms, you have to think in some ways the exact opposite of how you want to think on Twitch.
You are spitting right now because I agree with the same thing here. So let's get to the nitty gritty here, okay?
Yeah.
So one of the best monetization tools on Twitch right now is a subathon, right?
100%.
It's a huge spectacle event that draws out everything and paywalls all the incentives, right?
Yeah, Tectone's done multiple ones.
I've done 73 days worth of subathons.
Yeah.
God damn, dude, that's crazy.
Dude, I did a 42-day episode. You know what? I ain't gonna tell you this. This is too much information.
Well, so like, and to me, if I'm being honest here, I'm gonna keep it $1.50 now because I'm gonna try hard in chat, okay? So, subathons, most of them, I think, are bad content. They are honestly
100%.
boring to watch outside of the spectacle that the streamer you already have an emotional attachment to is doing a subathon in itself.
Yeah, I think it was only ever the spectacle.
They've gotten even fucking worse because VTuber subathons make no fucking sense. Like they literally, dude, like literally,
oh man,
you don't have to be on camera. Nothing bad can happen. When you leave, you still have this little model being cute, bro. Oh my god, they're such a scam. I like real subathons,
dude. If I was a VTuber doing a subathon, you know what I would do? I'd put on an autoplay video and have like a loop of like expressions and moving.
Wow, yeah, 1,000,000%.
I mean, yeah, like, fuck yeah.
So I accidentally masturbated on camera for my 21st day on my subathon. Because I forgot that I was on camera. But that's like the magic of subathons. Nobody said I was underneath the blanket. So
Kai, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. Kai. Yeah, that's right. It just happens. That type of magic is nuts.
You could just lie and say you were inspired by DSP. You can just say that, I'm recreating the Hall of Fame moment right here. You could have farmed that, honestly.
Wait, what?
You don't know about this.
Okay, so there's an iconic moment in Twitch live streaming lore here where I love you, DSP. So Darkside Phil is a veteran FGC player who he was streaming one day. He raided someone or hosted someone, forgot to hit stop streaming on his OBS. And then
he did the obvious thing.
Yeah. Now the thing is
it
was a laptop, so it's this very unflattering laptop angle, just like mostly chin.
And then he leans back,
and all you see is just like the shadow of an implied moving hand.
Oh my god!
And then the
there were some League players who did that too back in the day.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah,
I think League is its own bubble of like weirdness. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you know what yordles are?
Of course.
What the fuck? What are you about to say,
I don't even no, stop. There was this one person who did that. I don't even remember who. I feel bad because now I'm sure people are going to look it up to see who it was. They were looking up like Tristana Yordle stuff.
What the fuck?
Oh, man.
And they didn't know that they were live.
Jesus, that is so fucking weird. Did they get banned?
I don't remember. I don't even remember who it was.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I do think that like definitely subathons and doing that kind of stuff and like monetizing your stream is like, it's a lot different than it was like maybe like even I'd say 3 years ago, right? Because you have subathons. Subathons are huge for people. Like people probably like make half as much as they would make an entire year just in the subathon.
Oh, dude. I've seen some like double-digit sub-andies climb to quad digits on a subathon. I'm like, holy shit,
how is this possible?
Yeah, I did a subathon when I was at 4K subs, and when I finished, I was at 63,000. Which was fucking ridiculous.
You had 63,000 subs?
It was fucking ridiculous.
God damn, dude.
It's crazy.
And then, what was it? No, okay, the subathon. I want to go back here real quick. Okay, because this is bullshit. There's also mental health days that people are taking on subathons now, which I find are fucking awful.
Wait, you can do that? Wait,
that's what? Dude, yep. What? I have seen somebody was like,
it's a day off, right?
They take the day off during a subathon. What the fuck is they say, oh, guys, sorry, I got to go get groceries. I'm going to leave.
Is the timer paused?
Nope.
That's crazy.
That's so
if the timer paused, I'll let it slide,
Dude,
right?
Please tell me it's VTubers that are doing
I will say this as well.
I love it. I think it's so funny.
I think timer pauses are bullshit. I think it's you're doing a subathon. If you have to leave, you end the stream. That's the whole goddamn point. Is that you are, in my mind, this is what I did. I was chat's captive until they let me go.
Right.
And anything they told me to do, I would do, no matter what.
I'll go even further here.
Yeah.
Not sleeping on camera, cop out.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. You have to sleep on camera.
100%.
Like, I completely agree with you. Like, whenever that didn't happen, that's what made Ludwig so good, was because I think like he was the biggest example of like, no, I'm on camera. It's the Truman Show. I'm captive until I'm freed.
Exactly. Yep. It's the voyeurism of it, the Truman Show aspect. Yeah, I think that's perfect.
But the problem is now that those won't benefit you anymore. You'll do those. They won't add. No, it will not increase your viewership, because if you just put stuff on your title, you get more viewers. But you can literally just cheat the system now and say, "Hey guys, I'm doing a subathon."
It's a branding problem. We have to figure out how to bring back pure subathon again, and then we have to call it all the scammers.
I agree.
I don't know how we'll do that, but we got to come together and figure it out.
I love that.
We got to strategize for sure.
I can tell you how. Want me to tell you how? Me and my buddy Sear, Amish week. Think about this. Amish week.
Here we go again.
Okay, all right, sell me on it.
Right?
Okay.
So it's me and Sear, or whoever wants to join, and we go out and we live as Amish people for a subathon.
Okay, so no electricity, right?
No electricity, no power. The donations, like the TTS, will be brought into us by a person delivering them by mail.
Oh my God, dude, stop.
And we have to live like this. It's not so cool. Yeah. Like, I feel like living in like olden times and like actual torture, like the closet streams.
Yeah.
The closet streams are nuts. There was this mod. He got locked up in a closet, wasn't allowed to leave.
Oh my God, yes.
If you donated $500, like water would fall on him, 800 bits. He would get shot with like tennis balls. Bro.
Well, there's more to that one too, though, right? The mod was being held in the torture chamber of the closet because I think if I recall correctly, the bet was that
car, right?
Yeah. The broadcaster in question, I forget who it was here. They were going to give that moderator a car if he survived 1 week in there.
Didn't that channel get banned or no?
I don't know.
Yeah. So I admit I'm not the biggest fan of the whole. If I'm being real here about the whole like torture chamber thing, because it's like it's kind of because it is what it is here. It's like it's literally. Also, he was getting 300 viewers.
It incentivizes things that are unhealthy.
Yeah, it's making torture, like it's making literally torture content. So I don't really like the direction that's going in.
Yeah, what kind of people are watching that the whole time?
I misspoke. It wasn't 60K, it was 40K. Just wanted to clarify that. I had to double check. Just want to clarify.
Oh, well, now you're a fraud. Okay.
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure.
Only
60K subs in Challenger and League. That's crazy.
I had to double check the exact number. Sorry, 40K.
It's all right, man. No one cares.
Gotcha. But back to that Twitch thing about it being like so top heavy here. So one is that the YouTube algorithm kind of forces the box of content.
Yeah.
They have to figure out like how to make it compelling and engaging right away. Comparatively with Twitch, it's the complete opposite, I would say.
Right. Yeah.
But also that the benefit of it is that like, how do I put this here? Like once you get to a certain number, there is like, okay, so YouTube viewers are very, very fickle, but comparatively, inversely, Twitch viewers
are way more fickle, I would say.
Fucking loyal.
Oh, some of them are.
How many Twitch viewers do you know? They go to their following page. They don't even go to the directory. They just they bookmark the following page. Okay, is Aspen live? No. Is Trihex live? No. And then they settle for Tectone at that point.
Or they just go back to YouTube. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. No, I think that's definitely true, right? I mean, like there are some Twitch viewers, and this is like what happens, right? Especially as like a WoW streamer, and if you're a one game Andy, and this is like, I think that's like the first big hurdle that like a lot of people have to get over as streamers, right? Is like, how do you get out of being just like that one game Andy?
Yes.
Because I've seen so many people, like World of Warcraft is really bad for this, so is League, is that like they'll be streaming WoW for like 1,000 viewers or 800 viewers. They'll stream another game for 80 viewers.
Yeah, no, the drop off is bad. It's not 50% reduction, it's like 90% reduction.
And then the remaining 80 are like saying, half of them are saying like, wow, why are you playing this? This is so bad for your channel. Like they're personally invested in this. It's crazy.
Yeah, they have to, and this is the thing here, aspiring streamers here, you have to learn how do I convert these directory viewers into being fans of you and your content.
Yep, 100%. Right.
You can't be a fan, you got to convert the World of Warcraft directory viewers into being Asmon fans.
That shit's hard.
And it's not easy. You're right, it's not that, but that's how you get past, you know, because you're eventually gonna get burnt out. You can't be a one game Andy for like, you can be a one game Andy for like half a decade, maybe 5 years, but for 10 years, you know, how long have you been doing this now? I mean, we're
you know, like WoW was getting, it was a lot.
When did it crack for you? When did you realize you had to get out of the one game Andy camp?
I mean, honestly, I really just like entertaining people and talking. So like I could still play WoW every day and just goof around because I wouldn't really do anything in the game in the first place.
You never did hardcore.
Fuck that.
Why?
Like because I saw what happened to you.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
wait, you saw that?
Yeah.
That was, dude, the worst part is it's not even my fault.
No,
it's
yeah,
like,
it was though.
No,
but it kind
how
of
is it my fault?
Because you walked into the mob and he ran at you.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I saw the video.
No.
Yep.
Can I ask you about this actually? Because I was doing my Imaru homework here, and I learned the deep lore here that you used to be a one game Andy. You used to only do League, but you got out of that.
Oh God, I started streaming League in 2015, and I stopped streaming League, and I think in 2021, so 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you got into, what was it, like Souls or whatever, or like
what would
you describe as your post League arc as?
I did Mario, like what you're doing right now, and then I started doing like the just chatting variety collab React type content, and then now I do Souls games. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to reveal here. I wore the Dark Souls tank top.
Oh shit! That is sick.
To respect that, because I'd heard.
Well, we all love Souls games.
Yeah. So
I think that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. So you've played all of the Dark Souls games, everything?
I finally lost my Dark Souls virginity in 2018. Okay. I finally hit up
actually
DS1, and it was a fucking euphoric time.
I played it this year.
Oh my God!
It was so fucking fun.
I remember because I was playing. People were comparing my playthrough to your playthrough, and they said that you spent an entire day in the fucking graveyard.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, I remember.
Okay, it was like 5.5 hours. Okay, because eventually I'm
like,
the
part before the catacombs.
Yes.
Like you couldn't get in?
I didn't see the ladder. I didn't see the stairwell.
Yeah. That makes me feel so much better.
My chat had hyped up how hard Dark Souls was. I was like, okay, well, this graveyard.
And you thought this was normal.
Yeah, this is just normal. Okay, this is, I'm getting my ass
fucked
here.
No one told you?
Dude, no, chat was so cooperative to not spoil. They literally sat there and watched me graveyard farm for 5 hours.
That's so good, dude.
I don't even know how to get stuck in graveyard.
I get people who donate to like tell me exactly how to do it, and I'm like, please fucking stop. The chat gets pissed and they still keep fucking doing it.
Well, I thought it was just walk through the graveyard and go into the cave.
That's what I remember too. What ladder is there?
Y'all, wait. So y'all went past the graveyard into the cave.
Yeah, there's like a cave.
No, there's
okay. Is there more?
Yes, the bonfire to start here, when you can go left to go in the graveyard, you can also go right. There's a very narrow, like, natural, like, stairwell made out of stone that you can go. That's where the easy shit is.
Yeah, of course. But where were you trying to go in the graveyard?
I was just trying
to probably fight through it.
Yeah, I was trying to fight through it. I figured there was going to be a sick drop that gives me a weapon because I'm getting my ass fucked right now.
So what I do for Souls game is I keep running and I don't stop running until the game says there's a big red bar.
Yeah, you already had good game sense in that. Okay, maybe the things in front of me are not my immediate objective. I was not on that like
I guess it makes
pattern
sense.
So a lot of the noobs get called out on that one. The assumption that what's in front of me I must fight right now.
Okay,
yeah, I didn't get that.
Did you play Bloodborne?
I have not yet, no. So officially I played Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 2 DLC.
Okay.
I got halfway through Dark Souls 3 because I got interrupted by the breeze of Mario Maker 2, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's I also got some point here. And I did clap the fuck out of everything in Elden Ring. 250 hours, 6 weeks straight. Yeah.
Such a good game.
Yeah.
Actually crazy.
So 250 hours of Elden Ring?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, so two things here. Okay. So for my Dark Souls 1 playthrough, when we're comparing that right now, I had an additional twist. I had my girlfriend re-chat.
Well, I heard that. Like,
she was a relay.
She didn't tell you, anything. And so she just sat there next to you and let you sit in the graveyard.
It was a unique experience,
5 hours,
there might have been people who were trying to be the hero and like get me out of there, but like Venom did not allow anyone to penetrate there.
Good.
So I had the pure playthrough, and like I think chat really appreciated that because you got to see like, I don't know, just like not have chat ruin the experience.
They
in a way.
appreciated it so much they got mad whenever they even thought that I read something out of chat. They were like, "There's no way he knew this." And it's like, to be fair, a couple of the times I did kind of see something.
Yeah,
it's hard not to, right?
Like,
we just turned the monitor the entirely other way, and she was able to see it. So I couldn't see anything.
Yeah. I guess I don't know. When I play Elden Ring, when I played that shit,
we surprised by here. You were surprised.
I didn't know it took 250 hours. I'm sure you beat everything.
I did everything.
You did like every cave, right? Everything. That's what
I did. Every cave, every region, damn near every mini boss. I can't imagine what I did to fight. I mean, there's like 172 mini bosses total. I definitely fought more than 150.
Okay,
I fucked everything up.
I'm assuming probably 70% of that is just mindlessly exploring.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, when I play the games, I don't fuck with that. I'm not gonna have any fun just walking around. I don't like exploration at all.
Oh, me and you are so different.
Yeah, I take zero enjoyment exploration.
I do the same thing, Techie. And people get mad. They're like, if you just explored the game. I'm like, well, I just want to fight the bosses.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the only thing I enjoy is the fights. I don't like the exploration. I mean, I like it for a second. I'm like, oh wow, look at that. Oh wow, Caleb looks like the Eclipse Arc from Berserk. Very cool.
I don't think of it like that. I think that like whenever I'm playing through the game, I'm like I have to beat every mob. Like I have to kill every single mob. Because if I don't do that, it's like I'm not really playing the level. I'm not really beating it. And I want to have like mastery over it in its entirety.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
So basically, I keep lying and my nose starts to grow. That can't be normal, right? I don't know what to do about it.
Pinocchio, I'm just your therapist. I'm not qualified to speak on such medical conundrums like an irregular nose growth or anything like that.
And my dad and I got swallowed by a whale. Do you know how traumatic that is?
Well, Pinocchio, I could see that being traumatic if it actually happened, but
What? You think I'm lying? If I was lying, my nose would be growing twice its size.
Oh, sure, Pinocchio. Your nose would be magically growing right now. Do you even hear yourself?
Now you're gonna get it, old man.
What? Great Odin's beard. Take out your violence and dishonesty in lies of P instead. A Souls-like recreation of Pinocchio's story. Coming out on September 19th.
Your destiny.
Me and Aspen are similar here.
Yeah.
Because basically I speed run. Because I speed running and getting better at a game.
You have to do everything.
Yeah, there's a rhetoric to it. There's a structure you adhere to. You have to experiment, glitch hunt, grind, refine. You got to assemble the puzzle, right? So comparatively, playing a game and getting immersed and just being deliberately unoptimal is an escape from speedrunning for me.
Yeah,
so
it's optimizing trash and what you do, the
you optimizing gear builds.
That's
and
part of the challenge.
Yeah, that's finding that though. Finding what is the optimal build. That's fun to me.
Exactly.
Oh, that's also very fun. Yeah.
Yeah, rather than going to the wiki and finding out what is the optimal build already.
Oh no, that's cringe. I just think if I can know where to go to fight the boss, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Everything else, getting the builds, knowing what weapon's cool. I just want to get to the fight. I want to do the fight. And I don't want people to tell me how to do the fight. I just want to do the fucking fight.
So here's an example, right? I want to do an experiment here. Yeah. What was the boss that y'all enjoyed the most when you played Elden Ring? What comes to mind right away on a subconscious level?
Radon.
Okay. Yeah, that was a huge skill check for sure.
Good.
Oh, the black rock bull with the scorpion mouth on top of the giant hill near Volcanic Manor.
The Fallen Star Beast.
Yeah, Fallen Star Beast.
Okay.
That was fun as fuck.
Anything come to mind for you?
I haven't played it yet.
Oh,
that's fucked up, right?
Yeah. Content. Hang on now. Okay.
I'm finishing Sekiro, then I think I'm gonna play Bloodborne first, and then I'll play Elden Ring.
Bloodborne, you're gonna love it. I can't wait.
I like the order. Definitely do the non-Elden Rings first, because once you go Elden Ring, the QOL is so strong that it's gonna be hard to go back. Honestly,
I don't know. I think Bloodborne better.
Well, I'm not saying it's worse. Just that dude, your horse jumps. Your horse is a fucking double jump, dude. That's kind of cracked, dude. Like like fuck, dude.
But the pacing of Bloodborne is so good. It's so fast. I love it.
Okay.
That's why you haven't played it. You will love it.
Yeah. So I'm trying to camp until like this 60 FPS PS5 re-release.
It's gonna come out really soon for sure. Time.
I mean, does Sony hate money? I don't know.
I don't know. Dude, I don't understand.
People are throwing their wall like, hey, if you do this, we're here.
I just say play it and then replay it. That's what I'm gonna do because I already beat it and it was so fucking fun.
It's that good.
Because it's okay. The thing I fucking hate about certain Souls games is where you have to wait and you can't do that aggressive playstyle. If you play aggressive, you get punished.
Right.
Like this is if you just get the fuck in there. You get in there, you do the dodges, you get rewarded. It's so sick.
There's this one thing in Bloodborne where if you take damage, you lose the health, but a percentage, 80% of the health that you lose, you can actually gain back by just hitting the mob again.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So
aggro's actually a viable strat.
It is. To be honest, it's in my opinion, I think it's the only strat if you want to play Bloodborne. I went to this fight called Orphan of Kaz. It was one of the hardest fights in the whole game. I beat it on my first try. Just because I went the fuck in there. It took E-Rob, I think, 16 hours of tries.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. One of the greatest streams of my life ever watching was E-Rob. Apparently, there was some reason why his girlfriend had kicked him out or something like that whenever he was playing Bloodborne. And he was sitting there at his mom's house with it was like a video camera behind him, sitting in front of a television, doing the hardest bosses in Bloodborne, dying over and over and over because he said that he was going to beat the game no matter what. And so
he was stream is not over until I beat the game type shit?
Something stupid like that.
Sick.
And so he was literally sitting there and it wasn't even an actual game capture and everybody was watching it for just how scuffed it was. It was amazing.
I love it. So if I can, the boss that resonates for me, that's what I wanted to bring up to compare
what was your boss?
Double Crucible Knight.
Oh fuck!
Do you remember that one?
Who's that?
I actually one-shot that one. That was at the. That was in one of the.
That's in the Coliseum City, and it was
by Landell, right?
Yeah.
Let me Google it. I'm a very with names.
It was the Crucible Knight with the spear, right?
Yeah,
and then one with the sword and shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Now the reason why this was fun for me was because again, I'm doing my blind navigation. I have no clue where to go. I don't know where Milena or wherever anything is. Right. I'm just wandering aimlessly until I find what I need to find. Right.
Yeah.
And so And my rule was whatever boss I encounter, I gotta fight it. And so, because it was really fun that way. So I'm there, I'm severely underleveled. I'm maybe level, I forget, either level 70 or level 112. I forget exactly which one, but I only had one great sword. So my DPS was not the best. I think I was only doing 150 per hit, and the great sword's a very lag whenever you do the attack, right? Yeah. So I have to play very, very honest, and so I was abusing iframes on purpose to be able to lag into a buffered roll. That way I can use the iframes to not get fucked and whatnot, whatever, right? So I get there, and because I'm so laggy, Crucible Knight 1 would attack me, and then Crucible Knight 2 would come to attack me as well, and he would cover the end lag of the first one attacking me. So I could never, so they were just getting dishonest double hits. I had to constantly jar the whole way through. It took me 9 hours to kill both of them. Jesus. But when I did it, I popped off so hard that I cried. It was my third time ever crying on stream. I was like,
damn.
Yes! Yes!
It's over.
Oh yeah, dude. I didn't even I was screaming yes with tears of happiness because it was like a gamer fucking gasm.
Right. Yeah.
A gamer gasm?
How else do you describe it? I mean, I don't know if you have, is that a moment?
So have you ever played Blasphemous?
No.
So it was like a 2D Metroidvania game.
Okay.
And so I played through pretty much the whole game of the second one, and the second to last boss is basically it's like Millennia compared to Elden Ring for all the other bosses. It's fucking ridiculously hard. And the whole game, I didn't upgrade my health at all because I'm ego gamer, right?
Oh God.
Well, this fucking boss one-shots you if you take any hit except for one hit from him, right? So I spend like, and like there's no way I'm going to upgrade my health now, right? Because like if I upgrade my health now, like I'm fucking garbage.
Sunk cost fallacy, right? You went so hard at this point to get there.
I'm like, okay, do I have to spend 4 hours doing this? Yes, but I fucking beat him. And it was like a few days ago. It felt so good. Sick. I finally did it, yeah. And it's especially because everybody probably in chat was like telling you like, oh, go level, you can't do this, you're bad, you know.
Oh, the haters, like, man. Yeah. Oh, dude, just... Oh my God, yeah.
And then it's like you finally beat him and it's like, what's up, bitch?
Well, what's up, bitch? Yeah, what's up, bitch?
That's the other reason why I fucking hate exploring while I'm streaming the games is because if I kill any mob, they're screaming overleveled, you're overleveled. Right. So that's why I don't grind at all, bro.
Okay. If we're gonna bring up the gatekeepers here, because in Souls it's really fucking bad. Okay,
it's bad.
Things that you're no longer a true gamer here, according to some of the toxic Souls gatekeepers here. If you use any summons, not just Mimic Tier, any summon, you're cheating. If you use any magic, you're cheating. You use a Moon Veil, you're cheating.
Yes.
If you use the environment to gain advantage and cheese the opponent's AI, that's cheating.
No, that one fucked up. That's cool.
It's so cool. It's so fucking stupid. It's just dumb here.
Yeah.
You have to fight everything the most honest, non-exploitative, caveman Flintstone brain dead way possible with the laggiest, shittiest weapon with the worst gear. And only then will Miyazaki give you eternal heaven pass.
Dude,
only then do you really deserve it.
I seized the fuck out of Armored Core the other day. There's this fight where like there was these two enemies and they were flying around the whole time. And so I put myself into a corner and just looked at a corner because I realized they're gonna teleport in front of me. And then they both teleported to a corner and then I stun locked the fuck out of them and I killed it. It was so sick.
It's the fight in the hangar, right?
No, not the hangar.
The open area?
It was an open area. There's these two jet guys and they're flying around.
Well, yeah, it's like you come out and there's like a ramp down.
Yes.
Yeah, I did the exact same thing.
On
accident.
Look at these guys, gamers. Okay.
Yeah, I just accidentally did it.
Souls players are frowning on y'all right now. Both of you
I don't give a fuck.
They fucking hated my Armored Core playthrough.
Why?
So mad.
Why?
So basically, I played the entire game because I'm the kind of person that like, you know, if I can't beat it with my build, it's not even worth playing the game. Like, I'm basically bad. I don't deserve to play this game. And so I spent 7 hours on the same boss, dying in the same way. And I finally just decided, I can't fucking do it like this. Like, it's just not going to happen. So I changed my build, one-shot the boss, one-shot everything else in the entire game, except for like maybe like, I did like 2 or 3 tries on like the last boss, and that was about it. And so obviously, everybody in the chat is fucking furious, spamming about how it's overpowered, it's broken, it's garbage. And then I do it in PvP, and I've won every single PvP match I have ever played, -1. It was fucking broken. And I made that my tank is like, basically it looks like a Happy Meal box. It's called McDonald's.
There's this weird thing on Twitch now. So when it comes to difficulty in games, so I played God of War Ragnarok last year, right? Last November. And I saw a lot of streamers doing the clickbait where like, God of War, give me God of War max difficulty mode.
Yeah.
And it's like, the problem, okay, I'm gonna keep it real, okay? A lot of the hard modes in games just kind of fucking suck.
They're bad.
Either enemies are like 5x spongier, or you deal like 1/5 of your normal damage.
It's so shitty.
Or just like, you know, the horde is now like 5x the amount of enemy density, and it's just like,
it's like New Game Plus difficulty.
Yeah, it's just not fun. It's just it takes you got to do the right thing for like 5 times longer per battle. It's just so overextended.
Yeah, no, it's cringe. It's just the ego.
And everyone was doing God of War difficulty on the thing, and I already played God of War 2018, so I was already like, I played it there, and it's a bad mode. I think honestly, it's the same shit. It's like everything's 5x tankier for no fucking reason. It's just more drawn out and not really
That's why you just lie and just say that you are doing it on that difficult and just play it normal. Lying is the best.
You lying right now. Lying about the Mew, lying about your sub count. What else do you, how many lies?
Hey.
He said he was challenger in League Wars.
Yeah, he did. He said he was challenger.
Absolutely.
You're one of those narcissists because you lie so often, you believe your own lies, and then you forget you even lied.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I have an emote called Narcissist and it's me.
this guy.
Did you look into my history at all, or no?
No.
Good. Keep it that way.
I was gonna have that be like the content where I ask you about how things came to be.
Yeah, you don't want to ask that.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, the difficulty, like I had the same thing happen in Starfield. Like I was playing it on very hard, and like people thought it was easy because like I just have, like all I do is just run and farm stuff. So I have really, really good gear. So I'm just walking through a level 98 shooting me. People actually thought I was cheating. And it's insane because like there's this ego thing that people have about like that you have to be doing it on the hardest mode or you're not playing the game.
Yep, so stupid.
And unfortunately, I kind of like, I feel like I want to beat the challenge at its absolute hardest. But like it doesn't really fucking matter. Like, it's just stupid. Like,
sometimes it's just not compelling content.
Yeah.
So what I was getting at there is, just to clarify here, a good example of a good hard mode, just because I'm not anti-hard mode here. Final Fantasy VII Remake actually has a fantastic hard mode because it requires you having like pristine knowledge of inner game mechanics, because you can't just do the wrong thing and get fucked and then get carried by a bunch of Phoenix Downs to resurrect everyone.
Yeah.
You get no item refills. You get no magic refills until next chapter. So you only have a finite amount of resources, and there's no farming, no drops to help you get carried when you make a bad decision or play in combat between chapters. So there is a way to get everything done, but you have to be really good on decision making and resource management throughout your low amount of mistakes you're making during the combat.
Jesus, yeah.
So FF7 Remake has a fantastic hard mode FY here. Now with that though, so when I was doing God of War, it was just like, I couldn't win, because if I played God of War mode, and I was trying to find the right build, what kind of armor for Kratos to use, and what weapons I want to use with the talismans and all that.
Right.
I was trying to figure that out. But then when I would do hard mode, they would get impatient with me not having the right build right away for max DPS. Then they would just tell me, they would link the wiki guide, like the wiki that had like the optimal thing. And I'm like, what do you
follow
want?
The guide and play the game optimally.
Do you want me to play the game, or do you want me, like, it's like you're front seating, not even back seating. You are front seating so fucking hard right now, dude.
You're taking the wheel.
Bro, it was just, I don't, so I'm like, I don't know what y'all want. Like, you want to be clickbaited. You don't want genuine playthrough. You don't want my actual decisions to be made here. You don't want me to have character growth and figure out how to get better at the game. No. You want me just to read the document, the wiki, and just do the thing and win. And if I did that, you'd say I'm carried. So like, what is it? What is it?
Yeah. It's like you Googled it or you're dumb. Like, that's it.
Make it make sense, bro, because I don't know what the fuck.
I just like, to me, I think some people that are like that are just trolling, and like, it's annoying, right? But it is what it is, right? It's whatever. But like, some of them really take it seriously. Like, I had people, whenever I played Dark Souls for the first time, genuinely get angry at me for playing the game badly. They felt like they were being betrayed. They're like, we thought you were good at video games.
Bro, get this. So my 2018 Dark Souls 1 playthrough, so I get to Black Knight.
Yeah.
I actually kill him, right? And I get the BKS sword. I get the Black Knight sword, which is a what, 20% drop.
Yeah.
Bro, ultimate litmus test here, because like half of chat was so fucking mad that I got that drop.
Right.
For the record, I didn't even know it was a good sword. I thought it was a scripted always drop that happened.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm like, okay, this thing requires like fucking 24 dexterity to even wield. I have like fucking 5 right now. I can't.
I'm not gonna have that.
They want me to do this fucking shit, right? It's bait. It's bait. Is what I thought. Only because chat got so fucking tight about it dropping. Like, oh wait a minute, y'all are really mad. This must be a really good weapon then.
Yeah, exactly.
So now I just started farming for only dex level ups on my XP. And then they were so mad that I got carried by a BKS drop.
Oh my God.
Your fault, chat. Your fault, by the way.
Am I nuts? Is BKS actually that good?
The sword isn't, I don't even think it was just, did you kill the guy at the top tower, or like, was it the one-hander or the two-hander?
It's the two-hander. It's the
the two-hander is pretty good.
Yeah,
but the halberd,
it does.
The halberd is way better than that. You know, and like, so I think the Zweihander is better, and like all the bleed weapons are better.
I thought the Zweihanda, the club, and the Uchigatana were the best weapons.
It's just so funny whenever people, like, especially Twitch viewers, have like this meta in their mind of like, the Black Knight sword is the best weapon. Actually, no, it's not. Watch a speed run. None of them use it.
Yeah, none of them.
Yeah, it's that simple.
But yeah, it was really, really fun. I'm like, okay, I wonder what this means here. Like, what is chat romanticized as the ultimate playthrough of a game?
Yeah,
because clearly there's something going on here. Like, they want the hardest mode, but they want it to be organic, but they want it to be manufactured, but they want to, I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's weird.
It's just like, I think people just want to have like they want to feel like they're experiencing it with you. I think that's probably the best explanation. Because I remember I was watching Imru, you were playing Dark Souls 1, and do you remember that boss in Dark Souls 1, Ceaseless Discharge?
Oh, yeah.
The big red guy?
Yeah.
Well, so if you aggro...
I'm sorry.
So like down at the bottom, after you kill like the spider at the bottom of Blight Town, you go through that, and it's like the lava area, and he's up at the top. So she goes and she fights this boss, and then she runs away from it because it's like this massive big boss. But if you run away from it, it will kill the boss if he goes far enough.
Yeah, it kills itself. Like, it'll like fall off. But okay, so I didn't know that was what was going to happen. But I did see in chat people were saying like run, but I thought that they were saying like, oh, you're not supposed to be here yet. Right. Like, I was like, oh, it's probably like one of those bosses I can just leave the area and come back.
Yeah.
So I run back and I see like there's like the mist thing, like I can't get through, and I'm like, oh, so I just stand there and I turn around and the boss fucking kills itself. And I'm like, I don't understand what just happened, but people thought that I like looked it up or something.
Everybody, even my viewers were like, I think she's lying. I think she's lying. I think she looked it up.
Bruh.
People
if it weren't for people saying run, I might have tried to fight it. I don't know. I probably would have run back anyway because it was such a small area.
I would have killed you. You probably would have ran away.
I'm curious. The fight isn't even that hard, no? Isn't it just you dodge the arm and then you attack the arm?
Yeah, it is, but it's very like it does a lot of damage. Yeah. It's a hard fight. It just does a lot of damage. So yeah, people even thought that I was taking bathroom breaks to go and look up on my phone.
I got that a lot too.
Conspiracy Andes, dude, they're so bad, dude.
They want you to suffer worse than they did.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's like
damn. That's exactly
is
that what it is?
They want you to be worse than them so they can feel better about themselves.
Yes. Yep. There it is.
You're right. Because if you do it smarter or more optimal than what they did,
then they're stupid.
It attacks their self-worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. 5-head. Okay.
That's why people were really stoked when Eddie died to Moonlight Butterfly for like 17 times.
That was crazy.
And then if you are worse than them, then they're still gonna attack you, but it's because then it's like they're getting the feedback that they want.
Yeah.
So
now they're better
they will
than you.
attack you both ways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I didn't do it the caveman way. I chose that because I'm a purist. Unlike you fluke, you fake gamer, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, bro. All right, bro.
Like, I beat this when it was hard. Yeah, okay.
The amount of people who bragged about beating Radon pre-patch.
Melania as well.
Is Radon's name the little donkey
Melania, like I did Radon pre-patch and I killed him in just a few tries, right? Mm-hmm. It's not that hard. Like you just jump over the purple things and he does the four attack, you just hit him. Like the game is fucking easy. Like what are you talking about? What's wrong with you? Yeah.
Hesitation is what
hesitation is defeat.
Correct.
The other thing that people don't get is that because we've played so many Souls now, when you've played one Souls, you've borderline played them all. And so a lot of people are going in for like Elden Ring, that was their first one. It was the first like big, I would say it's the first big mainstream one.
Compared to the other ones, yeah.
Yeah, and people who went in who played D1, D2, they can just clap the fucking, like, Emmy, you're going to crush it. You were going to fucking shit on
you're going to,
I'm actually so excited to play it. I wanted to play before Bloodborne, but everyone was like, no, don't do that.
I want you to one-shot Millennia so bad. It would be so fucking funny.
By one shot, you mean do it in one try, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm on the second to last boss in Sekiro right now, and I tried to kill it for like 2 hours.
Demon of Hatred.
Yeah, I had to end stream because I had a migraine, but for 2 hours, I only got it to like close to third health bar.
Yeah.
And I heard that the last boss of Sekiro before Millennia was considered the hardest Souls boss.
Do I have any bet where if you beat Sekiro before me, I have to do something? Or am I forgetting something?
I don't think so.
I really hope I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think
so. want to play it right now. I kind of just want to enjoy my gacha games. Okay.
No, you definitely should finish it. But you said the thing where you were like, oh, I'm impatient. I prefer to be aggro. I have the same problem. So Sekiro has been hard for me sometimes. But it's still fun because you need to be way more patient than the other games.
Yeah.
No, I just ran in there, fucking beat the shit out of them. Like, I feel like it's the opposite. I think that playing aggro in basically every single game works really well. Because most games aren't designed that way.
You can still be aggro, but I feel like not as aggro as the other games because you have to like think about like parrying and stuff.
And then Genichiro puts the dirt above the symbol and he's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you played Sekiro?
I have not yet. No, it's on my backlog though. I definitely want to play it.
Do y'all think I should restart Sekiro or should I just play it from where I left off?
I think you should restart it.
Yeah,
that's a classic dilemma too. It's like if you take
you
too long of a break from a game.
Yeah, I got to Genichiro and that stopped.
Yeah, you weren't even that far.
Yeah, if you take too long of a break from a game, you feel almost like you need to like restart it because you're like, okay, where was I at? What was I doing? What were my values here at this current point, right?
Yeah.
Like, is that an issue for y'all too? Where like,
so I had the same thing happen. Like I've had that with with Final Fantasy 16. I stopped playing the game for like 3 weeks just because I had other stuff going on or some other game came out. And then I came back and I felt bad. And like a lot of people were like, well, what the fuck? Like, we're not really caught up with this. So I finished the game, but I felt kind of bad about that.
It felt unfulfilling.
Yeah. I think that I've probably replayed 1 or 2 games for that exact reason. I actually did that with Sekiro.
It's a big problem in 2023 because there's just so many fucking banger games out right now.
Nuts.
I think every gamer has a 2023 backlog.
Yeah.
Like if I was literally a mom's basement, neat, jobless, gaming god, you're still behind, honestly. Like,
wait, is Lies of P coming out today?
I don't know.
No, Lies of P is September 19?
It's the 11th.
So it's coming out the 11th?
No, today's the 11th.
So I replayed the Lies of P demo. I beat the whole thing in 1 hour and 16 minutes.
Nice.
That's a good fucking game.
They nerfed it.
They did actually, yeah, because people were talking about it.
The crowd guy or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
People were not happy about that.
What was the other one? Dynasty of Wulong?
Wulong Fallen Dynasty. I hated that game.
Was a fun time. People were getting called out hard on skill checks there, dude.
Bro, I fucking hated that game.
I beat it like in 40 minutes. I thought, but admittedly, like you, I didn't even bother defending. I learned how to parry. I'm like, oh, you can parry everything? Oh, and there's no parry throttle? Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Like, the thing is with me is like, I fucking hated that game. And so I played it on the first day and I played like kind of like shit. And I make a video of my playthrough. The video gets 500,000 views because of how bad I was, right?
Oh my God.
And how bad and how mad I was about the game. And so everybody was like, you are fucking delusional. This is such a great game. You have no idea what you're talking about. So I said, oh, you think so? Fuck you. I'm going to play the entire thing. And so I go through and I beat the entire fucking game. I finish it. I tell them it sucked. It was shit. I hated it. There it is.
Today's episode of the podcast. This was a lot of fun, guys. Make sure to check out Trihex out. Also, make sure to check out our Patreon. Huge, cool stuff coming out on it. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the bell for all notifications. And this was a fucking awesome episode. And Trihex, Michael, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It was great to have you on, man.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
All right, boys. Well, thanks a lot for watching.
But before we go, I would love to read a 5-star review from YouTube. Wouldn't that be epic? Why don't we do that right now? Do you want to read one?
Wait, what am I reading?
Hold up.
Just read one.
Okay, I'll read one real quick. All right. Jehovah's Thickness gave the podcast 5 out of 5 stars. The only reason I can work. I work at Steel Mill Monday to Wait, I work at a steel mill. What the fuck is that? Monday to Friday.
That's a real job.
Oh. I just play video games.
Manly job.
Yeah, just play video games. And this podcast is great for staying in a good mood while min-maxing the workday. Most podcasts are too quiet for me to listen in the loud steel mill environment, but thanks to Tectone's absurdly loud voice, I can enjoy a quality podcast at work.
Nice.
Oh my God.
One more. Asmund casually countering Tectone's game opinion, even on games Asmund never touched for a single second, will never get old. I like how Techie slowly...
Neither will me being right.
I like how Techie slowly puts his stinky feet back on the table after Emmy said not to. Holy fuck, is this only about me? Quote unquote, it feels like I'm inside a grandma's mouth. Tectone.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah.
Man, I love steak and eggs. When the fuck did I say that?
Wait,
I must have blocked that. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great episode, guys.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I do love the grandma's decor here. You know, it's very, very homey.
Thanks.
It's basically like my house. So
yeah,
it's about right.
No, it's nostalgic actually. The vertical wood paneling. It's my grandma's house too, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, with the 70s curtain. Like, I mean, literally, this is my grandma's house. Like verbatim. Y'all got it.
It's like Smash Brothers Melee or Halo Combat Evolved should be on there.
Literally, yeah. Look, you even got the channel 3 with the RF adapter and all that. Yeah, it's all that shit. Yeah, this is like. Boom.
I love it, man. I do.
This is good stuff.
But thanks a lot for coming on.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
And thank you all very much for watching, gentlemen. And we will see you all in the next one. Peace.
Do you know what Mario's last name is?
Mario.
You know what Luigi's last name is?
Mario.
They don't have them, do they?
No, it's Mario, and Luigi Mario.
You never watched the movie?
Wait, actually?
Yeah, that's what the Mario
Did that
brothers.
exist before the movie?
Yep.
Well, which movie?
The one that just came out.
No, I'm talking about the real movie.
Oh, the old ass one?
Yeah, the real movie.
Isn't that crazy?
Is that like canonically from the movie or is that like from the game as well?
I think that it's just that it is what it is.
Yeah, it is
what it is.
That's the thing.
Well, Peach has a last name.
What's her last name?
Toadstool.
Oh, yeah, you do know.
Okay.
Yeah. She's Princess Toadstool.
That's a good point. Never thought of that.
Yeah.
I feel like Daisy's a cunt.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. Just want to see what the reaction would be in the room.
She's the opposite.
She's nice?
Yeah. Daisy is like, did I ever tell you about why I thought Luigi had a bigger dick than Mario?
No, I'd love to hear though.
So think about it, right? So Luigi's dating Daisy.
Yeah.
Mario's dating Peach.
Yeah.
Peach just always seems to be getting kidnapped by Bowser.
Oh, no.
You never see Daisy get kidnapped by Bowser.
You think she's going for that big turtle dick?
That big turtle dick, that's right. I think it's not even a question.
I see so much cuck stuff of like Peach and Bowser.
Absolutely. It's like,
it's not even like hentai that I see, just like normal fucking comics.
Yeah,
people just make cuck stuff.
Yep.
Cucking Mario.
Yeah.
And they fucking love it. I'm like, what is this?
Maybe that's why people are so fucked up now, is because like one of the main games is actually just a cuck fantasy.
It is. It's a shame.
It's like, because, you know, Bowser, like, you think about it, Mario is like, oh, he's just a plumber, barely getting by. He's got an apartment in Brooklyn. You know, like, what the fuck does Mario do? Then you've got Bowser, who literally has a floating city, and there's a fucking castle on top of his floating city. He's got like 17 different supercars. Yeah. He's got 8 other kids that all have their own supercars. He's got fucking like watches, bling, all kinds of shit. He's rich as fuck. Like, dude, this guy is loaded. Of course Princess Peach is going back to Bowser. It's not even a question.
No, I feel bad for Mario, bro.
Yeah, you never see that happen with Daisy.